Bam. Bam. Episode 20 motherfucking 9.
Dang, 29. Let's go. That's my birthday. The 29th. May 29th. Yeah. So if any of you females out there, cash at me.
For real. Cash app him so you can purchase one of his Wrecky Finster shirts and give it to your boyfriend.
Yeah. Or just give me some money. I'm not sexist. Hey, if you a dude, you want to give me money, bro? Just hey, shoot me some money.
Yeah, I'm not. You do want to give me some money too? What? Shit.
Yeah, man. What's up, bro?
Man, we out here, man. We out here doing what we can when we can. You know what I'm saying? It's a beautiful
How you
day.
feeling, man?
It's a better day, you know. See, the thing with me, man, as long as I know what the fuck's going on, like knowledge dispels fear.
Yep.
Because when you don't know what the fuck's going on, if you don't know what the fuck's going on, then you like, man, what the fuck? And your brain goes to all different kind of possibilities, and the worst shit always comes up first. But when you like, all right, I kind of know what's up, then it's like, all right, cool. Because man, yesterday was bullshit. I was editing a pod, and I'm trying to fucking get it right for YouTube and shit, and then boom, and see, this is what I tripped off of. I looked to my left to look to my phone. And the next thing I know, like, it's certain times where I just feel my heart just go boom. And boom, it started up. And then that one boom just starts up the whole cycle. And it's like, oh, fuck, now you start feeling your heart through your chest and all that throat and all this bullshit. So I'm over there drinking water and like, oh, man, what the fuck? When I was talking to my mom about this, I was like, she's like, well, maybe you should stop smoking. Maybe. And I'm like, because when I looked this shit up, remember I'm telling you, it could be the blood sugar. Remember I was on the phone with, when we was on the game with Jarrell. And I was like hypoglycemic, talking about that kind of shit. And I'm just like, we was talking about natural sugars and shit. So.
Wait, your mom knows that you smoke?
Hell yeah.
I just, you know.
Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah. No, when I had to move back in 2016, fucking, like when I went from Van Nuys back to her crib, on the way back, I was driving up. She was talking about my brother, because like my brother's always been the smoker of the family, you know? And,
like out in the open.
Yeah. Like, got in trouble for it, and then like everybody has to accept him for it because like he paved the way. He was the Snoop Dogg and Redman, met the man of the family. You know? Paved the way to make it cool for everybody else. Even not really make it cool, but yeah. So salute to my brother on that one. But even though I was a part of the chastise team when he was doing it, I was a part of the chastise team. I was
that department, right? That department.
I was in that department making him feel real bad. Like, man, you my big brother. You having a bad influence on my life, and dude, you ain't functioning properly. All that kind of shit. I used to guilt trip him bad as fuck. Real shit. Now I smoke. It's funny as fuck. So
hey man, you know, smoking the weed.
So
Chief,
when we were coming from Van Nuys up to the desert, she was talking about my brother, and I don't know, man. I don't know how you get, but like, it's that loyalty. It's that loyalty thing, and it's like my thing is represent me correctly. You don't gotta over-represent me. Don't ever under-represent me. At least represent me correctly. And so, like, my mom was talking, and she was like, and it's because he's smoking weed and all this. And I'm like, well, shit, I'm finna come back to the crib. Like, she gonna know, you know what I mean? Like, she only been to the Van Nuys apartment probably like twice, 3 times. And I don't know, like, she smells shit, blah, blah. But when I was driving, I'm driving up. She
smells shit.
Nah, I made sure the car was clean. But, like, we driving up, and she in the passenger seat. And then she's like, yeah, it's because he's smoking weed and all that. And I'm like, no, it ain't. She's like, why you say that? I'm like, because weed ain't it. I'm like, because I smoke more weed than him. She kind of looked her mouth dry. I just said it straight like that. I was like, I'm like, it ain't the weed, because I smoke more weed than him, and I'm still productive. I'm productive as fuck. Like, it's not the weed is not the factor, the determining factor if you're gonna be productive or not. Now, weed can deter you if you let it take control and you couch like yourself and all that kind of shit. But that was the thing that with me doing it. I remember like the first time when I did it with Creole and all them, and I didn't want to go in the house because I couldn't remember what I was thinking about. And then I couldn't remember what I was thinking about or what I was thinking about. So I couldn't go in the house until I remember what I was thinking about when I was thinking about thinking out. So I was stuck out there for at least 20, 30 minutes. They like, Till, why you out here? I'm like, I can't remember what I was thinking about. I'm like, I'm trying to fight this, man. Like, I'm trying to use my brain power to combat this. I know it's in me to fight this. If I can overcome this, then I can overcome everything. And so I smoke more.
So that was your first time? That's what happened?
That was like my first time.
That's your first time? Is when you couldn't. The
first time for real time.
No, it's just funny because I want to talk about that too with my friend. What's it called? Yeah, go. So your mom, you talk about your mom.
Yeah, so then after that,
your mom was like, oh,
yeah,
Timothy.
Yep. She was like, you smoke more weed than him? I'm like, yes, way more. I go way more. I smoke way more than him. Like he's a lightweight compared to me now. I'm like on some real shit because I goes in. And she just was kind of looking in shock, and I'm just driving, and I'm like, because I figured like, hey man, you might as well know the truth. You feel me? And so that was a funny part about being there and chiefing and telling her. Because the thing is that my mama is a born again saint. You know what I'm saying? And so she know all about it and shit. Like it ain't no boo boo to fool when it come to that. Like she could act surprised. My mama grew up in the jungles, man. You know what I'm saying? So.
Oh shoot.
So she know all that shit. Yeah, that's what's crazy about it.
My daddy says she's like, I remember. No, it's just a funny reference when you said the jungle, and you know how they be showing this shit in Training Day, right? My dad, me and my brother were watching it one time. My dad came over there. He's like, "Hey, I used to hang out right there." I was like, "What?"
In the J's.
I was like, "What the hell?" He's like, "Yeah, it's a jungle, right?" It's like,
"Hey."
I was like, "Oh shoot!" And then he, it's like casual. You walk in, he's like, "Hey, I used to hang out over there," and then just walk past. You know how you like walk past the door and then you walk past it again. I was like, "Oh mother!" I was like, "What the fuck?"
Crazy. The more you know, huh? See, that's the stuff they don't even tell you until the situation get brought up.
Yeah, my dad's really like that. He's just like, I won't tell you until you know, or just those little surprise pop-up moments. Funny though.
Crazy.
Oh, so your first time when you smoked, you was at that house, and
yeah, because that's when
house was that?
At Matt's crib. That was Matt's crib.
Matt's house. Yeah, Matt's house. Yeah. That's funny. So you was out there for like 20 minutes thinking about stuff that you couldn't think about, but you was thinking you was tripping?
Yeah, because I couldn't remember what I was thinking about, so I wanted to remember what I was thinking about. Then I think about something else, and I couldn't remember what that was. And I just got caught up in a spiral. But that house is where I started smoking. That's where Boris the Beast came from. That's where a lot of shit got started.
Yeah.
Dang, that shit is funny, man. But yeah, even I went through that shit too, man. I was my fattest at that house. Like we was eating, munchies.
Hey, you were happy, bro. I bet you was happy though.
He was.
Hey, man.
But when we was feeling like fat blobs, that shit was whack as fuck. When we all got like into the gym and shit, like that was the good turn. But cool. My thing is fuck, dude, I cut out the smoking. I cut out the fucking diet. I've been switching around the diet. I'll switch around all kind of shit. And I'm just like, man, what the fuck is this? The last piece of research I was doing was showing like the shit about obviously the cervical spine shit, but then showing like the instability in the neck will cause a blockage in the, what are these two things called? The glysoformal and the fucking vagus nerve. And this nerve is like the communication between the brain and the heart. And when the heart is not being able to send that to the brain, and the heart's like, oh nigga, I'm tripping. Oh, let's trip. Let's fight or flight. And then you're over in your brain side trying to say, nah, nigga, calm down. We all good. And the main thing is that as ever since I fucked up shit, remember that time when it got fucked up again, and I was like, dude, it hurts to laugh, it hurts to cough. Ever since that time, I've been having this fucking tingle. Like before I was hurt, like I didn't have this tingle. And the tingle, I wasn't correlating the tingle to being the reason why I'm getting these fucking panic attacks. Because when I think back to it every time, it's when I'm moving my head down or moving it to this way. And I think that it's either pinching it more when I do this or something like that. And then that little pinch, this little pinch right here will go, hey, heart. And then the heart be like, oh, shit, we should start tripping. And then the anxiety will come after that, like, oh, yeah, let's start tripping. You know what I mean? So, but now that I know what's taking place, I'm like, okay, a nigga still got to do the traction shit where I'm going. Because I looked at that video, man, and they showed the shit called DMX. And I'm like, I'm laughing and all I'm hurt because
DMX.
That's what I said. I'm like, what the fuck, DMX? But it's like digital motion X-ray, where it was showing somebody inside in somebody's neck as they do down and up like that. And when your shit is compressed and fucked up, versus they do some shit called prolotherapy. I still got to look at what the procedure is. But each time, like, and that shit happened over 4 months. I've seen the videos. But each time you get your cartilage back, like you get that space between your spine, fucking vertebrae back, to where you're not fucking pinching the nerves no more.
That's crazy, man. So with that, so there's different techniques to do that, but like they can't get that right at the chiropractor, like even with like multiple sessions.
That's what I'm saying. That's what I'm saying.
Because it's just it's all about realignment, right?
I thought
so your nerves are realigned.
But if your boat, see, the thing is that the motherfucking disc bulging, it's shifted. You know what I mean? Since it's shifted, I was like, so what the fuck does the adjustments do then? If I'm coming in and getting adjustments, he was like, man, it just gives you pain relief. He was like, but the only way you get permanent solutions is that surgery bullshit. Or get the epidural to bring down the shit so they won't be bulging. I'm like, the other thing is the traction shit is fucking pulling niggas' necks like this, like giraffes.
Yeah. You'll be a few inches taller.
Hey, man, you know.
You let them know.
Studious.
Yo, hey. You know, chest out proper.
Yeah.
Oh, my back hurts right now, actually. Well, I mean, no, it's not the same. Well, because yesterday, so we had some cement put in our backyard this past weekend. The dude did it like quick, but
hey, I like hearing home improvement shit, man. You and Thomas be on that shit.
14 by 19 or 12 by 19 slab. But we had like a patio out there with the little pavers, but these were 2 foot by 2 foot pavers, so they're huge, right? And they're heavy as fuck, right? So they're heavy. So I'm out there, I'm moving them because actually I had to hoe the side of the yard where like it was like my house, and then there's like a fence right there, a little spot where we're gonna put our dog there when we're out there chilling and grilling and all that. So my dog is a wild beast. Labrador. He's a labradoodle. So yeah, he's a Labrador and a poodle.
A lot of energy.
He's labs, bro. Yeah, labs have a lot of energy. So freaking jumping, doing all that shit. So we got somewhere to put him in case we had like guests and stuff like that while we're out there chilling. So yeah, out there I had to hold the side a little bit because it was uneven. It's still a little uneven right now, but fuck it. But I was doing that. I had like a pickaxe. I was like, bow, 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 like that, just taking a pick out to the ground, and I was raking it, make sure it was a little level, Then I put like some like the shit that goes underneath the pavers. It's like a weed stopper or whatever.
Yeah, the weed tarp looking thing.
Yeah. But ours, I got like a thick one. It was like made out of styrofoam or some shit like that. But anyway, I put that shit down there, and I was hammering that shit down, and I put the pavers in there, and then we had bought some stones and put that shit. That's why my back's all fucked up. Because after this, like once the wifey gets home, then I'm about to dig a hole and then put a freaking fence in that shit. So I got concrete. I'm about to make some concrete.
Oh shit!
I was telling her, I was like, man, having a house freaking made me a freaking handyman. Like it had, and it's not like I didn't know how to do certain things. Like I had it in my head because I used to watch my dad. My dad's an electrician, so like I would watch him do shit, and I would go with him sometimes because he poured concrete and stuff sometimes too, like outside his like forte. You know what I'm saying? So, but I'll watch him. You know what I mean? Like we built shit in our backyard, our home in Victorville. Like we built a planter like with cinder block walls, and I had to fucking mix concrete in a barrel, bro, or in a freaking
wheelbarrow.
What's that shit called? Wheelbarrow, yeah. I used to do like that with the fucking hoe and like mix that shit with like that, like when I was younger. I remember the homie Cyrus was on there too, and it was at my backyard, and I was like, "Yo," I was like, I gotta work. He was like, my dad's like, "I'll pay you if you want to work too." he's like, and then it was like, "Hey, so go ask your mom first, though."
Yeah, respect.
And then yeah, so then I was like, "Oh, all right." He's like, I paid him. It's fine. I remember laughing at his ass because he couldn't, he couldn't do it right. I was like, "Yo, I didn't do shit. You ain't never been doing shit like this before." Like he's like, I used to cut my grass. I was like, "Hey, shit, bro." But I didn't know at the time too because I had rock. But, so but no, I remember like building shit, right? So yeah, well, I have to cut grass now. I don't even want grass. Like I don't want it. I really don't. It's too much work.
That's
bro.
what my mama said. It was like, I'd just rather
It's
have
way
the
too
rocks.
much work, dude.
The water.
Yeah, it's true, right? It's true. Yeah, it cuts the water out. Freaking, you don't gotta keep tending to the shit every like you got to do the weed killer. Like, and when I get into it, shoot, man, I get into that shit. Like, I have to like make sure it's nice. And I look at my neighbors, this shit's all fucked up. Like, I'm like, nah, I don't want that at all. That's ugly. That's ugly. That's ugly. Yeah, that's what I'm saying. That's why I'm tying that shit in right now. I'm about to tie all that shit in right now. Because all right, so when I was talking about like my dad, my pops, when I used to see him, like I used to help him build stuff, right? And he would build, and we had a freaking huge like patio covering that he just built. And I was like, all right, cool. Like I'm gonna help with that. Like I had to lay out the tar at the top, the roof tar or whatever that shit is called.
Yeah, the black stuff.
Shingles and stuff.
Yeah.
Yeah, the black stuff, yeah. And I was like, yo, like what the hell? Like I got all over my clothes and stuff. I had a jogger outfit on working out there.
tripping.
I had to throw that out there. But yeah, I would have to do all that and all that stuff. But that shit's crazy how this stuff is stuck in my mind. Even though I don't know how to do it myself, or I haven't done it myself, I know how to do it just because of how I used to see shit done all the time. So now I'm just putting it into work now. Like I'm putting it into actual practice and shit. Man. So that's what's crazy. You know what's crazy too, man? What I noticed about like hoeing the yard and shit like that, I'm at peace.
Yeah.
Like I'm really at peace. Yeah. Because you could only focus on that. You know what I mean? You can only focus on that right there. Yep. Because that's it. Like you're there, you hoe the yard, you're planting or whatever you're doing. You got to move shit. All your focus is on that one thing at that. Yeah. On that moment. Yeah. You're present. I was like, man. Yeah, that flow state. It really does come there, but it's like a slow one. It's like a captured time, like that kind of thing.
Yeah, it does.
I was like, I enjoy.
Go ahead.
No, go ahead. It does what?
No, it's like
I was
because you said it's like a slow one, and I'm like, hold on, what's a slow one? Because like today's cooker was 2 hours and 45 minutes, almost 3 hours, but it felt like it was probably like 20 minutes. Like I was in it, like it just felt fast. But when you said it's a slow one, I was like, slow one. But I know what you mean. You saying more like instead of when you cooking up and then time flies, you saying it's a flow state like time stands still.
Yes. Yeah, that's what it feels like. It feels like you're just enjoying it, but it's not like it happens fast. It's like it's just like you're in it. I don't know. I don't know how to explain it more than that. It's just like you're doing it and all your time and focus is just, your energy, your literal like physical energy. Yeah. You're physically doing it and you're mentally thinking about like you're not even thinking past shit. Yeah, right you're not thinking about that. Yeah. I like that shit.
Because man, so that's the thing I'm not gonna miss about going back to my mama crib. Because every time I go over there, I gotta do shit, I gotta move some. How Tiffany can you move this? Like, of course. Right? And you don't never say no. Like even when my back is hurting, I'm just like, all right, fuck it. Like, I just act like it's football. If I can muscle through it. And so but yeah, when you gotta clean up the backyard and you gotta hula hole that bitch and all that shit, and it's like, fuck, like, yeah, your lower back's gonna hurt. Yeah, if you got a fucking pickaxe or a shovel and you gotta click that bitch in, that shit, like, them niggas was strong for a reason. And then once again, they always get in their flow state because they're like hell and bales of hay and shit. That shit is heavy. What else you thinking about? You ain't thinking about them bills. You ain't thinking about, nigga, you thinking about the next one, the next one, the next one. That's it. So
yep. You figure it's cool because you figure shit out about yourself during that time. Because at first you don't know, like you're doing it and shit is all wild because you don't, you're just trying to do it. And then once time passes a little bit, you get used to it, and then you figure out your energy disbursement and like all that shit. Just like being able to. That's crazy how I think about that like that. I don't know people like that work in like construction or something like that. They're like, I don't know, I just do the shit, like they're just like they don't really think about it like that.
And but yeah, that's why you gotta bask in your gift, man, because that's what is called meta, right? Metaphysics is the thing that's beyond physics. Meta, when you put meta in front of it, all you're saying is the study of that thing, right? So like what you're talking about is, you said in construction, a lot of people don't think about the work that they're doing, that they don't think about thinking about it, you know what I mean? They just do it. But when you think about it, when you think about how you're doing it, that's how you can become more efficient at doing it. Because that's one thing, like when you try to work that backyard, and if you want to do section or doing many different sections, that shit gonna take you forever. But if you say, all right, I'm gonna just do this section right here. After I'm done with this section, I'm gonna just move right here. And then boom, next thing you know, you're like, oh, 2 hours passed by. You're like, fuck, 2 hours passed by. You're like, damn, this is how far I got. We're like, well, at least I know how much time this shit takes. Because I be overestimating like a motherfucker. I'm like, oh, I'll get that shit done in like an hour. You go to set up all the materials and start doing shit. You're like, nigga, this shit ain't gonna take no hour, nigga. An hour only took that part.
Cancel your plans. Oh, hey, man.
Hey, my bad, man.
Come on.
Good, dude. Oh, that's just dope.
No, I know what you're saying, man. Yeah, so I've been doing that, and I've just been I was like you the earlier today because we had gotten a TV, like we had just bought a TV, and we bought a what's it called? We bought a freaking mount. No, I have drills and shit in my house. As soon as I bought a house, bro, I was like, man, I'm getting power tools. I mean, like, I was like, fuck this. So I have like. Right now, I want more, but I have a drill. I have 2 drills, so I have like just a regular standard drill with the 2 settings, and then my other drill is like a what's that shit? I don't know how to say it.
Impact
what it's called? It's the impact. It's the impact drill, like the ones they use in the cars. That shit. The fucking impact drill. Yeah, I got one of them. I got a circular saw. I do want a sawzall because I used to when I used to build ramps and shit when I was younger. I would use a sawzall to cut the 2x4s and shit. But I had the circular saw, so that's a little easier. I didn't have that one growing up, but I did have. My dad let me use some tools, bro. I had the sawzall. I can't believe he trusted me with that shit. Like that's crazy.
Well, that's still got the little guard thing on the end of it, It's because the way the sawzall goes, like right, it has the saw that come out. It has a little guard piece right here. And then you're holding at this end. But the first time you do it, it's like, oh, nigga.
Because the shit is like this, right? You have to put some muscle behind that shit. Yeah. No matter how small it is, you have to put muscle on there. It teaches you how to do that. And then, it's funny because my dad said the same shit. He's like, hey, he's like, you got to keep it sturdy. He said, that shit's going to go everywhere.
Yeah.
And it does. Like, because I seen him do it. I was like, oh, I could do that. And I try it. It's a I was like, oh, shoot.
I know exactly what you mean as well.
Yeah,
dude,
well, I'm sure when you installed,
that's what I was gonna say.
Yeah, you install it,
like,
bro.
Being an installer,
so I was you
as a kid. That's what I'm saying, man.
Yeah, but
once again, that's tied back into 2 things on how important. Like earlier, how because you said this, you said. That's dope. Like that's what Matt did when he got his house too. He bought all kind of power tools and shit. He said, I got all of my power tools. Now he tipped the tool-man Taylor around this motherfucker. But one thing was,
man.
You said, I know how to do it, even though I haven't done it, is because of what you've seen. And I'm like, yes, because you've been exposed. What I said about the dad opens up, he's the scout. So now it's like, oh, I know what to do, even though I haven't done it. And then the other thing he just said right now was, or on how we tied in for the last episode, because I couldn't find the clip on what we were trying to do. I went to 50 minutes on the past 3 episodes, and I'm like, when was it? When was the one where you said, "Hey, can you mark this down"? Was it?
Oh yeah, we were talking about some dad stuff.
Yeah,
right?
but was that 2? Was that if I just put out 28 yesterday? Was it 27? It's 27.
27.
Okay,
it should have been 27. Yeah,
go search through it. But yeah, this right here is why I keep saying how important family is, because your dad pre-exposed you to that and he gave you man shit before you became a man, which is dope as fuck.
Yeah.
And like these moments, I love when you get to talk about shit. I love any dude that talks about shit that they did with their dad, because I don't never get to talk about shit I did with my dad, And so I know anything that you say is going to be of value and of knowledge. And even boom, Cyrus got to get some piggyback off that, like mixing cement and shit. When you say these things, all I think about is like my time and experience when I've got to do this. And like I've mixed cement and shit with Thomas and did the whole auger bit in the ground to make a fence and all that shit. I did it with Thomas. But yeah, my install days, man, the Sawzall, circular saw, mountain TVs, all that shit made me feel like I was a man. Because when we went to Home Depot, I got the motherfucking, how when you don't, like, I didn't really know how to read a measuring tape. I just, like, inches, nigga. But, like, we had to be like, 5 1/4. And I'm like, oh, man, nigga, like, I don't know what a quarter is.
All I know is half.
Don't ask me no quarter, 3/4
shit. With that shit.
You have to, because you got fucking all kind of services you got to mount to. And if you don't mount it right, because that's the thing, we're going in, we're saying, hey, where you want it? You want it to be like this? You want it to be this high? And then if you don't do your shits right, it ain't going to be as high as what you talked about with us. So then what you going to do? You going to move the shit and make more holes in their wall, or say, you cool with it right here? Like, no, nigga. Like, yeah, I really had to learn a ruler, but like all them shits made me have life experience. And then when I was living with the homegirl for that year, anything that broke, nigga, the fucking fence fell down. And the wind got so bad, the fence fell down. So I wake up in the morning. Like I'm hearing the fence going clang, 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 clang. Then nigga, I wake up in the morning, I look outside and the fence is down, my nigga. And I'm like, oh shit. And like, that shit is just over to the next person yard. I'm like, oh shit. So now I take my little bag, right? Because I bought a bag, my little drill and shit. But when I was installing, I take that shit outside. And fucking nigga, I just take like the same drill bits that you drill through the studs with. Nigga, because her fence was wood. So nigga, I took that, I put like 4 of them bitch. I'm like, and then you can see motherfuckers looking outside and shit. And I come back in the crib like, yeah, nigga, I did that shit. She's like, what happened? I'm like, the fence fell down. Oh, what? And I'm like, yeah. So then I just go back up. Then when I'm talking to my homegirl, she's like, Tim, you gotta start. Yeah, like,
I'll get it too. Oh shit. I didn't know you was that manly. Oh, took my shirt off.
That's what my homegirl was telling me, man. My homegirl said, Tim, you can't be doing shit like that. I'm like, what? She's like, that make a girl pussy wet. I'm like, what? She's like, I'm just telling you what I know. She said we get turned on by shit like that. We get turned on like the time when I went to the shit with the bowling place. And what's it called? Homegirl had 2 kids there. She was like, oh, we got to go to the bathroom. Can you watch the kids? I'm like, yeah, for sure. So then they come back and I'm like talking to the kids or some shit like that. And she was like, see, you doing it again. I'm like, what? She's like, see, the kid's father wasn't there, right? I'm like, nah. She was like, but your homegirl was there. I'm like, yeah. And it's her homegirl's kids. She's like, yeah. She's like, the homegirl want to fuck you. I'm like, huh? She's like, yeah. She's like, when she came from the bathroom, they both went to the bathroom to talk about you, right? And I'm like, over. She's like, yeah, that's how we do it. She's like, but then for them to come back and see you with the kids and see you all being nice and they like you and all that shit, you already got the end. And then you can't be over here being nice to somebody else's kids. I'm like, what the fuck I'm doing? I'm bowling with everybody. Like, she's like, that's going to make our pussy wet at the bowling alley.
Hey, your homegirl's funny, bro.
We got the same birthday.
Oh, yeah.
We got the same.
Over there? You gotta give her some paper towels. Keep going.
And then she was like, when I went over to the crib and all that shit, because she wasn't fully divorced yet and shit, man. I don't be trying to be you know what I mean? I ain't like that, my nigga. You know what I'm saying? And so, like, you trying to think about what?
No, I'm looking for this charger. My thing about to die.
Oh no.
Give me 1 second.
Yep. Ooh, yeah. Parasympathetic mode. In the sympathetic mode. Oh shit, this light is off. I didn't notice that shit. When this light turn on? Oh, I unplugged this one. I thought I unplugged the fucking, what's it called? It's still a green screen though. That's what's up. Dang, there's some good light in here today. We green screened it with none of my lights on. That's cool.
Maybe that's why. Oh, you know what it is? It's the Zoom thing. It's the Zoom.
What you mean?
The Zoom has that background thing that makes it like has that specific thing. You know how it has the audio? Their video is on point too. They want people to be clear when on their meetings. Look, you trying to hide away. But yeah, hey man. So, dude, I did the mount on the TV, and I was nervous. It was 3.5 freaking inches long, bro, for the freaking bracket. I was like, isn't that gonna split the 2x4? Like, isn't it gonna split that shit? Like, that's crazy. That's
as
crazy,
long as
right?
you go in right, you know. As long as you go
exactly.
in center.
Yeah, because you can't be crooked, bro.
You go crooked, then you gonna mess up the stud. Yeah.
Yeah. So I have my little stud finder, right? I have 2 stud finders. So the first one was bullshit. So I got a better one that shit finds the center and the edges. So it has the edges, center, edge, that kind of shit. And it can detect if there's any voltages around, like the freaking.
That's dope. That's dope.
Because I fucked up on one of the rooms out here, and I drilled into the shit, and I hit a metal piece.
No!
I was like, I didn't know what that meant.
Yeah.
I knew that it was supposed to protect the wires that were drilled into the 2x4 or to the stud, and I didn't know that. And I drilled past that shit because I had a small freaking drill bit. It was like that.
Shit.
And then I saw the lights flicker. I said, oh, shit.
Yeah.
Luckily, we was able to freaking open the fucking wall up to make sure I didn't do no damage. I was like, all right, cool. Because they didn't have the fucking 16 inches of shit like they were supposed to.
Yeah, 16 and a half or some shit. Yes, sir.
Yeah. No, there was at like a 20-inch gap. I was like, what kind of fucking wall is this? I was like, oh, yeah.
Welcome to the install world, brother. Oh my God.
And the only reason why I know that shit is because my pops would tell me before about the 16 inches building code.
Here we go.
You know what I mean?
Here we go.
Yeah.
And then the 4-foot fucking firewall. Yeah. Yes, sir. 4 foot from the ground.
From the bottom? Yeah. Because that's where that's where most of the electricity and stuff is ran right through the bottom, unless they have to get it like the lights up to the, unless like where the plug is at, right? Usually they run the plug up to next to the stud that's doubled, right? And if they need to run it up, yeah,
Man.
messy.
Hey, dude,
that's the only reason why.
That shit for
it's
7 months.
I was only that. I thought you was doing it a little longer than that. But I had my shit though. I had my drip. Oh yeah, you heard shit.
Dang, so 2 years. Damn. I think I did do it for like 2 years now. I'm thinking about it. I left. Yeah, from 2012 to 2014. So it was 2 years.
Was that through Magnolia?
Yep.
Oh, it was through Magnolia. Oh, so you still with Best Buy then?
Yeah, I left. I dropped down from my supervisor position at the DES. Took a fucking apprentice install position in fucking Burbank. The Burbank store was just now getting Magnolia. There was 3 stores getting Magnolia: Burbank, West Hollywood, and another store. I was like, man, fuck this, because like a new fucking DCI bitch came in, and she was like, man, like I never really correlated. Like my sister was telling me about like how she works in Seattle as a nurse. And she talks about like how she deals with a lot of passive aggressive microaggressions from people because they don't like talking to a black person that's superior. And I was like, dang, I never really looked at all the issues that I've had at Best Buy as that, you know, like, but when I look back on some of these situations, like that situation with that DCI lady, she always kind of looked at it like, don't act like you can tell me what to do or do what, like, you know what I mean? It was that kind of thing with me. And it's like, bitch, don't come at me about my fucking business and I know this shit way better than you. Like, nigga, I know all this Geek Squad shit, nigga. I fucking research all the SOP shit, nigga. I'm the fucking specialty coach in the fucking district, bitch, which means that everybody got to come to me to fucking find out how to be dope like me. Like, what the fuck? Like, don't, and then, like, that's the thing that's so whack, nigga. I put in all that work, you know what I mean? And then you got this new bitch that just wanted to come in and change everything, and she didn't have no idea about the culture, no idea about the business, but then she's in charge of the fucking business. And it's like, But then you're stubborn and you don't want to listen to motherfuckers that's gonna put you up on game about the business. So it's just like, I couldn't do it, man. I had 2 people on the team at the time. It was 17 people I was responsible for, and I had 2 people that was like troubled children on the team, and then that bitch came over the top. Even though my immediate manager was cool and the GM was cool at the time, well, I know the GM was whack. We had lost our good GM, so the GM changed. So the person that was right above the top of the building was whack, and then the person above him was whack. But the district motherfucker was cool. Like the head district motherfucker was always cool with me. Fucking Glenn. But yeah, man. And
Glenn, I remember Glenn.
Man.
Yeah,
Glenn,
yeah.
Motherfucking Glenn, man. That was a homie, man. I didn't like how every time we go to a district meeting, he'd be like, Tim's my favorite. I used to hate that shit because then they're gonna like put a target on me at the fucking district. So they're like, look at this for goody two shoes ass nigga. And I'm like, no, nigga, I ain't goody two. I'm not his favorite because I'm fucking goody two shoes. So then he tells the district one time, he's like, all right, we back.
Oh shit! Look at Tim. Look at his face.
There we go. Look, right.
I was about to say, I was like, I don't know if you guys can hear me, but I was like, look at Tim. Look at his face. Look at his face.
Yo. So he's in the middle of that meeting. He's like, yeah, you can have favorites. You can have favorites. You just don't treat them different. But you can have favorites. He was like, you know who my favorite is? My favorite is Tim.
Tim.
And I'm like, nigga, what the fuck? Because I'm looking at this nigga like, nigga, I didn't plan this. I didn't know this nigga was about to say this shit. And he was like, but you guys want to know why he's my favorite? You guys want to know he's my favorite? Because he's honest. That's why he's my favorite. And then he was like,
deep.
Yeah, he said, all you guys out here, y'all just want to suck up and all that. But you know what Tim did? He said it straight up. That's why I was tripping. He said, you know what Tim did, though? He said, Tim, when I first moved the Victorville store from over there off of Amargosa over to the mall, Tim was a part of the supervisor meeting. And in the first meeting, he calls this whole shit up because I guess he just it impacted this nigga, I guess, right? So he's like, when we called the first meeting, we was in the old store and we were all in the warehouse. And we were talking about moving to the new store and where it's going to move and all that. And then this guy raises his hand out of those 150 people in the warehouse and says, hey, so we noticed that the transition from the store, from the Ontario store, when they moved from where they was at to where they moved off the freeway, that it was a bad transition. Most people didn't know that the Ontario store was there. Nobody really had further notice and all that. And then the Ontario store went out of business. What can we do? What are you going to do to make sure that we don't have that same situation where people don't know that we move stores, even though we only moved down the street and all that, right? And he's like, oh, well, we're going to get the thing put up on the freeway. This is what he tells me in the warehouse. We're going to get the thing put up on the freeway, and that's going to be enough, and we're going to tell people, and they're going to know that we just moved down the street out of the mall. I'm like, all right, cool. So then we go, we work still, and then we fucking move the building, we do all that shit. And now I'm supervisor now and shit. We go to the connected trainings, we go do all that shit. Now we come back to the building, and we're in the fucking room doing like a supervisor meeting where it's all the managers and all the soups, right? And it's him. It's him and like the whole DM team. So Grace, you remember Grace and like all the motherfuckers, right? So he's there. Grace was the HR lady. Fucking
I don't remember Grace.
Dang.
I don't. I probably wasn't there. I just remember, yeah.
If you see her, you remember because she's been through while you were there for sure.
Oh. Okay.
She been there while you were there.
I gotta recollect.
You just gotta see. But so we're sitting in that meeting. We're sitting in that meeting, right? And that's where fucking everybody else, like, you know, what Steve Gonzalez, fucking Mac, fucking Justin, Steve Gonzalez, Justin, Mac, Jesse, like Cherie, Jonte? I don't know. All the motherfuckers in there. So we in there, right? And so in the meeting, and he was like, "You got any questions?"
Here comes your ass like that. You said the shit.
I got a question. We was here. I got a question. I got a question. And he was like, "Oh shoot!" I'm like, "For sure." And so I'm like, "All right. So do you remember that time we was in the warehouse and prior? Look, man, that's what's funny, nigga. When I get on my professional shit, nigga, I could get it. Like, you know what I mean? I was like, prior to fucking moving the stores, you know what I mean? You said that we were gonna have ample time, ample communication to ensure our customers that they didn't know that we didn't move and like, you know what I mean, to make sure our transition would be smooth. I was like, how would you grade? Like, we're in the new store now. I was like, how would you grade yourself in the performance of that transition? He kind of looked at me like, nigga, what?
How would you grade yourself? What are you talking to me like? Nobody's talking to me like that before.
That's what he was tripping out for. But it's me though. Like, you know, that's how my brain works. Because
you want to know. You want to know.
I want to know. Yeah. I want to know what you think your grade is, nigga, based off your efforts. Like, if you real with yourself, what do you feel your efforts was? Because, like, just like you saying with the whole shit, you called yourself out. You was like, oh, it still wasn't perfect. But, like, because you know what you could have done extra. You feel what I'm saying? So you can give yourself a grade based off what you know. You were like, you wouldn't give yourself an A because you know where you fucked up, right? If you're going to be real with yourself. So then I'm asking him, I'm like, what grade would you give yourself off that? And he kind of sat there for a second. And like, he sat there. He was like, well, yeah, it wasn't the best transition. And I do remember having that conversation in the warehouse. And, but you know, it was it was smoother. Like, you know what I mean? We made it over here and, you know, it's like, so I'll probably give myself a C. And then I sat there and I was like, oh.
That means we could have done a lot more shit to do, like, to be better than that. If you gave yourself a C, that's a whole 2-letter grades. That's the rest of the A, and that's the B.
So that's he sat there, and after I said, oh, he kind of looked at me like, oh, well, what would you give me? I was like, a D. And then he looked at this nigga, look like.
Everybody's looking at you.
Everybody.
A D, bro.
And I'm looking back at him like, nigga, yeah, I said that. I'm looking at him right in his face. I was like, a D. And he's looking at me, right? Because now I'm looking at him eye to eye, nigga. And I'm like, I'm standing on what I said, nigga. And everybody else, you can feel everybody's just like, nigga, what the fuck are you doing? What are you doing? That's the district manager. It was a D.
It was a D.
That's what I'm saying.
Tell me.
You was complaining about this, but nah. After he sat there, his face turned red and he kind of like looked, but he was trying to keep his cool, right? And so I'm like, hey. And he was like, a D. I was like, yeah, man. I was like, because when you think about it, in my opinion, like, yeah, we had the sign and things like that, but that sign wasn't sufficient enough. We needed more signage. We needed a whole actual plan within the store frame to where everybody in the store, when we're moving, hey, we know that we're moving. Like, we needed to make it like a moving event. You know what I'm saying? And we did not do that. And so that was a big ass missed opportunity. And we still get people in today. Oh, I didn't know what you moved. Oh, I didn't know what you moved. I don't know what you moved. I'm like, we work here. So we hear how many times people say, I didn't even know what you moved. I didn't know what you moved. And then the people that live here locally, who's looking off to the side on these, on the thing? And the people that's traveling from Vegas to the thing, who's really looking at the sign? So we're going to get those stragglers, but we didn't do enough to make sure our local people, if we, like not Glenn, I was like, Ben used to say, think global, act local. I'm like, in this situation, we catered, that freeway sign is only catering people to get on the freeway and commute. But we got all this population. We're Ran Maria demographic, right? We're Ran Maria, right? And they all look at them. I'm like, we're Ran Maria demographic. Like, for real, my nigga, not just hit him with point after point after point after point. And then he sat there and he took all that shit and he was like, you know what? You're right. He was like, I was like trying to go easy on myself, but you're a straight shooter. And he was like, you're right. We didn't transition it right. We didn't do this right. It wasn't proper communication. It wasn't a store culture thing to make sure that everybody knew and to make sure that we reminded our clients and everything like that. And then that's how much business that we're missing out and things like that. And he was like, man, you're absolutely right.
Oh yeah, you blacked that shit out like you got.
Hey, no lie, nigga. I was like, I know I'm right, nigga. I'm not talking out of the side of my neck, nigga. Like, I'm speaking facts, nigga. And if you was gonna dispute it, because this is the thing that they fucked up with me, because I drank the Kool-Aid. I ain't gonna lie to you, Ed. The thing was that they told me was like, run this like this is your business. So it just took me back to my 7th grade, selling candy ass, and I had my whole business, my inventory, what I was doing, what my plans was, like all this shit. And so once you tell me that I got to run this like this is my business, once you tell me where all the rules is, then I'm going to do everything to play. This is a game now to me. So I'm going to do everything in the game to beat the game, nigga. And a part of beating the game is doing everything for the business. But now if you niggas is ahead of me, above me, or on the same level as me, and I'm telling you, hey, this shit is for the business. And then you say, oh, no, that's wrong. No, nigga, then you ain't for the business because I figured out all the rules, all the KPIs, all this. And this is for the business. And if you knew the business, then you'll be talking about shit for the business. And so he had to swallow all that and be like, right, nigga. Because if we all going for the business, I didn't do my part to make sure that we was going to be right in the business. And so that's what he tells
he's a real one. He's a real one for that.
To this day.
He's a real one to do that.
To this day. Because most district niggas wouldn't have been able to take that. He would have been like, I'm right, you're wrong, you're just a soup. Like he would have tried to flex his power on me. And so after that, like I'll leave out the room and then like everybody come up to me on the side, like fucking Jesse. He's like, you ready to get fired? I'm like, he's like, dude, you just got the position. I'm like, what, man? I tell the truth. I don't lie for nobody, man. Fuck y'all. He's like, man, you crazy. And I was just like, hey, man, hey. So then they had a round table later that day. They do the round table and shit. And like the round table was with like part-timers and full-timers and shit. So then they go through the round table. It's probably like 4 hours. I'm over in Geek Squad. I'm like telling people what to do and shit. I'm doing shit. And so he comes over and like he got that red face in. And I'm like, oh shit. He's like, Tim, can I speak to you for a second? I'm like, oh fuck, man, right? I'm like, yeah, this nigga come. I'm like, he didn't do it in front of niggas. He finna try to get me on the side. That's fucked up.
He's like, you ever do? You grab your arm like he's your parent.
You trying to name me again. You embarrass me in front of my motherfucking people again. I'm the master. I'm showing up. This motherfucker, man. Fuck. But nah, he came over and he said, Tim, I'm like, what's up, Glenn? He's like, I came over here to thank you. And I'm like, for what? He was like, hey, it didn't come out. I didn't ask. I didn't ask. It just came out. I didn't ask. I want you to know that. I didn't like force or coerce anybody to say anything. It just came out. I'm like, what the fuck? Just got out of the round table with the full-timers and the part-timers. And as they was telling us, because they have a lot of shit to say about this store, but they all said, you are the one that makes sure this store keeps running. You are the one that's not selfish and you don't just stay in Geek Squad. You supervise people around the store, and the whole store has respect for you for what you bring to the store, because other supervisors, nobody else came up like that as a person that goes around to the whole store to make sure the whole shit is going right. And so I gotta say, I thank you. And he just fucking shook my hand. He was like, nah, you told me some shit earlier today, but I appreciate your honesty. He shook my hand hard and then he left. And I was just like, oh shit. Dude, damn. So then after that shit, like ever since then, I was like, dang, I didn't know what the fuck. So then each meeting, he'd be like, hey, Tim, he'll come over to me. And then like he'll do the district shit. Tim, it's my favorite. He told that story fucking 3 times. And I'm just like, I don't like hearing it. Like, you know what I mean? But at the same time, my thing was this. I said, I'm the kind of person that I would want to know if I got a booger in my nose. You know? I would want to know.
Yeah.
And I feel bad if I'm been around somebody and you didn't tell me I had a booger in my nose, nigga. Because I would want to know. So I'm going to tell you got a booger in your nose. I don't care if you're finna get uncomfortable. I don't care because I care. The thing is I care. So if you're going to misinterpret the truth as I'm attacking you because I'm giving you the truth because I care, you deserve the truth. What the fuck could we have done with a lie, my nigga? If we would say, yeah, you're right. You was a C. No, my nigga. You was a motherfucking D, nigga. And I got the balls to tell you. So then when Daryl came to the store, he's like, man, I've heard about you. I'm like, what? He's like, you the one who gave my boss a D. That's my boss. You got some big balls. I was like, dude, I just tell the truth, man. I just tell the truth. It don't matter who it is.
And you had the point. You had the points to back it up too. It was true, right? So, yeah. And yeah, I remember when I used to like that Ontario store because nobody was there. That's the place to go because nobody was there. And I'd be like, oh shit, they in stock with everything because nobody's there.
But if nobody's there consistently, then they ain't there no more. And it's like, if I work Friday here, spot. See?
Yeah. Because of that. And that's that. I mean, it's good for the customers that know about that shit, but it's bad for business for sure.
Yeah, because they gotta hit budgets, nigga.
Yeah.
Like, nobody knowing ain't good for these budgets. We ain't gonna comp against this shit. we're gonna do compared to last year? Shitty, because nobody knows we're here. Like, and that's the thing. It's like, nigga, I work here, nigga. You finna tell me I watch another store go down? I seen the Ontario store get built. Hey, grand opening, up, no longer here. So I'm supposed to do the same with Victorville, even though I work here, nigga? No, fuck you. We're gonna do something different. That's my thing. If I know we could do something different, let's do something different. And then we didn't even do nothing different. Oh, putting a sign on the freeway is gonna be something different. Nigga, that ain't enough.
One sign, like, come on. The thing too, see, that correlates with just business how we're doing with our music, with our Spotify music. You're not gonna be doing good with one ad. You know what I mean? What's one ad gonna do? You gotta kind of bombard people. And it takes a lot of money. So
you gotta bombard people.
That's because how are they gonna know? They're gonna, like, it's not annoying. Like, you think it's annoying because you're doing a lot on your end, but you really think about the people that are looking at it. We get bombarded with ads all the time. Like, boom, 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 all in our face every single day. Our phones, everywhere. Our dreams, bro. Like, come on.
All right, Truman Show shit.
Yeah. Like, you have to be able to do that in order to be successful with getting your point across, which is whatever you're selling, right? Or whatever you want to get people who want to buy your product. And this is stuff that I'm just barely finding out right now too. Like, because I'm running one ad, right? And I'm paying for this shit. I'm like, fuck, I'm not getting shit. And then now that you say this, I'm like, dang, we really have to, like, throw you that. Like, we have, like, instead of having one piece of paper, right? You could see one piece of paper. But if you tore that shit up in a million pieces and scattered that shit, then that's confetti, right? Yeah. And you're like, oh shit, there's confetti everywhere. But that's still that one piece of paper.
Come on. Woo! Where we at? 51 minutes. Bring.
Yeah.
For real. Because you're right.
It just shows.
Oh, that was the best thing. Because you said, because look, man, like I was in the shower this morning. I'm like, man, all right. I was like, what's my, like, you know, my resolutions on what I'm trying to do more. And it's like, we got to post more clips on the Instagram, more IGTV, little clips of this shit. Because, like, boom, we got the pod, but like these little bite-sized shits. And it's like, our piece of paper is this every week. And if we just chopped it up and put the confetti, just like you said, it's confetti. It's still one piece of, this whole podcast is one piece of paper, my nigga, but when you chop it out, like, oh my God, it's just, that just went so well, man. Damn.
that just came out like regular too, because I was like, shoot, because you just, with what you're saying, it just like it fucking just all came together, just like, yeah, that should be, that's what it is. Right? So instead of one big ass piece of paper to look at, it might as well be just like a bunch of shredded paper that just takes up the whole area. Because if you can take up the whole area and spread it out, and that deals with your budget too. If you have $100, you might as well run $5 ads everywhere, right? At least they'll be able to see that shit.
Come on,
you know
abundance.
What I mean? Yeah. Damn.
Yeah, fucking shit. Like, I was thinking about it already in the aspect of, I was putting up, cook-up session. I would put up just the picture, and then I'll put up a video. And then, like, I remember probably like episodes 3 through 6, I'll put up a picture, I'll put up a video, and then I'll put up a snippet of just cutting out each element and then the beat at the end. And now I just got it down to 2. But this was going to be 3 because I was fucking making an impression of Shannon Sharp. I got to put that. Because the shit is called Skip.
Oh yeah, it is. I just. Oh man, that's hilarious, bro.
But funny shit. But no, you're right, man. Multiple is one ad, and that's why I like spreading it out. Like, all right, boom, the cook-up session is done. But then, yeah, now you see the picture. Later, it's gonna be on YouTube. Later, you see the little laugh shit, and then later you see the beat. So at least my Mondays feel like with content showing motherfuckers that we always gonna make this motherfucker.
Yeah.
See this, so I seen this thing that by Chris Johnson the other day. This dude's like a army vet, like retired army vet kind of shit. His money in the stock market kind of shit. And when he shows his portfolio pictures, he's like, "Man, I had a bad day in the stock market. It'd be like down $113,000."
Damn, that's a bad day. That's a real bad day. Jeez.
Yeah, I'm like, fuck, dude. When you follow that food, like it opens your threshold on what's possible. But He said this the other day or last night or yesterday. He said, man, if you say that you want to make a lot of money, but you don't have a product, service, or you're not selling a course with information or anything with information, then you don't want to make a lot of money. He said, because all you got to do, he said, what can you help other people with? What can you sell? What information do you have that you can help other people with? How can you help other people? Whether you can offer them a product, a service, or some information that you know that can help them.
Are you asking me this question? Or do you?
Yeah, I'm asking you because I was asking myself. And while you think about it, like he had another thing on there the other day, and I retweeted this one. He said, promote your business every day. Promote your brand every day. Promote yourself every day. Promote your hustles, your side hustle, your business, whatever your product you're selling. He said, people are either going to do three things. They're either going to get annoyed and unfollow you. They're going to get inspired by you. Or they're going to fuck with you and buy from you.
Right. That's only one out of the things that's bad. Right? And the only one that's bad is that they unfollow you. But the other three.
Come on. You rather them fuck with you for fucking with you because they know that you're on a mission for the shit that you're doing. You know what I'm saying? I bought a Be Majestic thing. Like, the thing that I trip off of is, like, you know, I'm homies with my homies, you know? And then when I know, like, if you're a homie of my homie, then, because my homies is my homies, you know what I mean? But when I see you doing some shit that I fucks with, I'm like, hell yeah, nigga, because you're already cool because you homies with my homies. So, nigga, I got your back, too.
It takes a while, It takes, because you can kind of trust your homie, right? So their judgment for making you a homie of their homie means that you're most likely going to be pretty, like, you're like a good person, or, you know, or within the
in the realm
in the realm of being okay. Okay to talk to.
Hey, you know, there's a given the interest of common interest. You know that if they homies with your homies, there's common interest, and that's a given.
Yeah,
because that fool like Dragon Ball Z and all that shit too. You know what I mean? Like in Cyrus, I'm still like, after he told me, well, you need to watch Jujutsu Kaisen. And then fucking people in the FGC, I'm about to watch Jujutsu Kaisen. And Noah James, I've been watching Jujutsu Kaisen. This shit good so far. I'm like, damn, nigga. I'm like, what the fuck? Cyrus told me about this shit 3 weeks ago, nigga. Like,
yeah, bro.
I'm all behind
when
the curve.
That shit first came out, I was waiting because I would see the freaking ads for it all the time saying, oh, Jujutsu Kaisen episode 1, whatever, the 1, 2, and 3. And then I was like, I'm gonna wait. Like, I'll wait because I like to binge this shit, so I'll wait. But yeah, he's been bothering me to watch that shit. During that same time, he was telling both of us, hey, watch that shit. You need to watch that shit. And I finally did. I was like, yeah, this shit's dope.
Man, I was watching it last night. I was like, man, let me take a nap just in case. Because I didn't even text. And then I wake up from the shit. I'm like, oh shit, that wasn't a fucking nap. Hey, man, oh shit. That was not
no, it's all nap. Good, bro. Yay. I see you got the towel, so I'm saying, bro, just get your rest, man. Get your rest. I'm not, you know what I mean? We got time.
Man, we're a whole week.
We're a whole week ahead.
I know, but still, man. And that's the thing, too. Yeah. The thing that's difficult with this shit, right? I said it on Twitter this morning. I was like, dude, the tricky thing about rest is that it's hard to rest when you know that nothing moves unless you do.
Hard to rest when nothing else moves unless you do?
Yeah, when you live alone, nothing moves unless you do. You got like your wife, Dominic, Jocelyn, the dog. Like, you got 4 other entities in your crib to where even if you stop moving shit's still gonna get moved around the house, you know? But it's like this shit, right. The trash, the dishes, like all this shit. So it's like, and it's beneficial too, because you can't stay in a depressed state or anything like that. Because it's like, nigga, nothing moves unless you do. You know what I mean? Because you gotta wash these clothes, you gotta clean the bathroom, you gotta, like, you know what I mean? You gotta do this shit.
Yeah, that's because that'd be gross, man. If you
right,
didn't do nothing,
that's what I'm saying.
Yeah, that whole shit's gonna be nasty.
But that's what it's like. Okay, well, how can you rest though? It's like, hey, you should get your rest. Okay, nigga, but shit needs to get done.
Yeah.
The podcast don't edit itself, my nigga. Like, hey, shit get done, nigga. Shit needs to get done. Because we do this shit every week, nigga.
We do this shit every week. We do this shit every week, man. And I just think, hey, man, and I was just thinking about that. I was in this slump. I mean, I'm sure everybody noticed. I haven't been putting out stuff as consistent as I was. But I'm more I feel a little better now. Like I feel a little better now. So especially seeing like some, I forgot who posted this, but it was like being an entrepreneur. It was like, oh shit, should I be doing this? Or oh, I made something, oh crazy. And he goes, oh man, nobody's doing nothing. I'm gonna freaking quit. Why the hell am I doing this shit? I had no money, blah, blah, blah. Oh shit, I made a little bit of money. Oh damn, they're not buying shit. But it's mostly downs, right? It's mostly downs during the shit. And it's just it's like it's frustrating. It's frustrating trying to figure this shit out. And it's scary too. Like it's scary trying to figure it out. I mean, it is fun, but like being stressed out is not fun.
Being stressed out is not fun at all. It's not fun at all.
It's not fun.
But stress.
You got people looking at you. Yeah. Like people look at you like, hey, like I know you're not supposed to like, oh, I don't give a fuck what anybody thinks, right? But then you do because people are like, oh, look at this motherfucker, like he ain't got his shit together. He's this out old, whatever, right? And I be feeling that. I'm like, man, I wish I had more. But then you think about it, like everybody has their own journey, that kind of thing. And then I'm just like, fuck. Like, you know what I mean? But it does get to me. It does. I'm not gonna lie, I'm a human being.
Hey, like, and keep it real. I'm glad you're keeping it real, but I'm just gonna give you what I got. That's all I'm gonna do. Give you what I got. Right. And remember how I said I went to that party in Chino with them fools the other week, and that was the first time I was able to talk about what I'm doing with the confidence, the bravado, the fucking chin up shit. Because normally, once you say, oh, so what you been up to, Tim? Man, I've been going in on learning this piano. Like, because they know you ain't finna say, oh, I'm working at a job, I applied for this job and I'm doing this. Like, you know what I'm saying? So we going like, I'm going in and learning this piano. I've been doing the circle of fifths, nigga. I'm learning this shit all the way from the motherfucking chord, nigga. I know my treble clef, bass clef. Like, I can go in about fucking theory and everything I've been doing because I've been actually doing all this work. And so when I go in, boom, and now I've been doing this with my music production. I do this. So then when you finish saying everything that you've been doing, all they can say is, hell yeah, man, keep going. Right? Because they don't have the know-how in the industry to have a conversation with you on what you've been working on. The second avenue of it is it's not no pop culture shit, so now there's no common ground to talk about, right? Because I'm talking about piano and music creation and fucking social media marketing for all this shit and putting out like, and that's what's funny too, man. Like when you in a room of artists, like I've been in a room with a lot of people, man, like the photography convention, like I was able to talk with Justin about that. Be in a room full of photographers, be in a room full of actors, be in a room full of producers, be in a room full of all kind of creatives. You get a different feeling when you say, man, I've been putting out singles since October 25th of last year, every Friday, right? For the people that don't put out music or do music like that, it's like, oh, that's cool, man. Like for the people that do music, they're like, damn, nigga, like
that's a lot. Yeah, that's a lot.
We know how hard it is to put out one song. We know how hard it is. When they've been
putting one song out a week for 20 some weeks, that is crazy. But sometimes it takes people like a month to freaking finish a song, bro. Yeah. But I'm I'm him and you're you. You know,
you feel what I'm saying. You feel what I'm saying, man. Because man, and that's like, so it's the same thing of like, okay, you can not give a fuck what people say, and then it's that avenue of, even though I felt them still looking at me like, oh, you're doing the music and like you're not telling me that you got a job at some IT place with your IT knowledge, or you're not a mechanic with your mechanic knowledge, or you're not an installer with your installer knowledge, and it's like, nigga, I'm hurt. I'm hurt. I do shit to make me happy, nigga, so I can stop focusing on the pain. Shit, y'all want me to do shit that's gonna compound the pain? Kind of shit. I'm trying to live. Fucking damn. But yeah, dude. It is dope when you're in a room full of motherfuckers and they can appreciate and be like, damn, crazy, like you did this, like it take me, like, and that's my thing.
You ever been? Like, have you ever been like so you're more like you're more in the room of people that aren't like in the same mindset as us or industry, right? And they're like, and you still get the same ones like, oh, well, that's cool. Is it like, for me, it was weird, like when you go to a place that has like a bunch of producing stuff and they're like hyped about all that stuff that you're doing because you're not used to having that energy, because they're like, oh my God, bro, you've been doing that for 20 some weeks. Like every week you release this shit and you've been doing this every week and you've been doing this podcast with NappooBeats because you're Boris the Beast. Like every fucking week. Like you were saying, like, that's a lot of work.
Every week, nigga.
When I hear that shit, it's weird. Because you don't hear that. I don't hear that. You know, I hear, oh, that's pretty cool. You do music.
That's the norm.
You DJ. Yeah, I hate that shit. Oh, you're a DJ. I'm like, I'm not a fucking DJ. Sure.
Respect my craft, motherfucker.
Yeah. But yeah, like that. Like it's just like, and then you get somebody like, oh shoot, like I didn't know it was a big deal. Like some people like that I don't really talk to, like are in bands or something like that. They're like, wow, like I can't believe you do that. Yes. That's a crazy amount of work ethic for you to be able to put a song out every week, or to even do 45 days of beats. Like 45 days in a row of beats.
Yes, I was like, thank you.
And to me, I'm just like I just did a beat every week, like every day. Like it was no big deal. You know what I mean? Everybody else it's like, oh, cool, you're putting a beat out every day. But then those people that know, like how long it takes, like the setup, the mind capacity to freaking create, like you said, create a world every day.
Come on,
you know what I'm saying? That's good.
And sometimes you don't want to go create a world, but you already made the commitment that you was gonna do this shit. And that shit was inspiring because I knew, like, I was only at the time when you started doing 40 days of beats, I wasn't making music again, so I only had my previous making music knowledge, which was Fruity Loops and Music Generator. So I knew how much it took me to make beats in Fruity Loops and Music Generator, and then I started hearing your stuff. I'm like, and that was always my thing, nigga. I support other motherfuckers because I know what this takes, nigga. So that's why I always supported you from jump, because I was like, my Music Generator and Fruity Loops experience is like, hey, nigga, keep going. You're gonna get better. But man, I know what this takes to do this. And then when you did the 40, I'm like, I pay, nigga. I don't give a fuck. I was proud to pay because it was a spark. For like, I like that aspect of like, nah, nigga, you can't say nobody ain't never bought your shit. Like, you know what I mean? You can't say nobody ain't never support you on your journey. You know, you can't say, oh, I gave up on it because I didn't get support, or I gave up on it because I don't think I was good, so like you can dispel that. It's like, no, people told me I'm good, and I did get support, and like, you know what I mean?
Yeah, no, I agree. You guys, for everybody that did support me, I really do. I truly appreciate you, because you guys are lending an ear. That's all I asked for. And I thought about that too. Like why am I doing it? For like, what am I doing it for? I know before, like, oh, I gotta make money. I'm like, no, I gotta chill. I gotta chill with that shit, because it's poisoning the mind. It's poisoning my heart, kind of thing. You know what I mean? And so I just started thinking. I was like, why am I doing this shit? I was like, I love this community. The things I like about doing our craft is the community of it, right? I want to be able to give, like, I make beats for rappers, right? What does that mean? Like, what does that even mean? You know what I mean? Like, I make beats for rappers, but like, what else does it mean? Like, it means I support the rappers. I support hip hop artists. I support R&B artists or whoever. You know what I mean? Like, I support them. I want to give them my music. I want it to be ready, like, available for them, and not kind of be like stressful for you to get my music, so that if you like it and you want to do it, like do something on it, then it's not going to be stressful for you to do. It's already stressful making a song. You know what I mean? It's already stressful. Like, well, I wouldn't say stressful making a song, but it's already a lot of work. It's a lot of work to do that. Why should getting music for yourself be more work than what it should be? Like, I was thinking, I was like, man, I should just be able to, I mean, I don't want to give it away for free, because I need something to help me keep going to do this. This shows me that you're supporting me too. Right. And if I'm able to do that for you, like, then that's what it's better. It's better for me to be helping the community out that way, rather than freaking getting a cash grab. You know what I'm saying? Like, oh, you're gonna pay $50 for this, like, for this MP3, and $700 whatever for exclusives or whatever, right? Yeah. I mean, I do have my exclusives for $199.99. I'll just say that's all. I'm just saying, yeah, clink, clink. No, but I dropped my. I did it today. I dropped my price for the MP3. It was like $29.95 on BeatStars or whatever. I dropped it down to $10, and I dropped my waves, my MP3 and waves to 15.
You follow Daylight?
Daylight? I don't think so. Why, same thing?
Nah, well, he made a tweet like yesterday or 2 days ago. He said, when y'all send me beats, don't send me no streamer links. He said, he said, if I fuck with your music, I want to buy from you directly. I want to spend my whole $10 for your hard work. And I was like, damn.
Because of BeatStars. I was thinking about that too, because I have my my domain name for NappooBeats.com. I just haven't had the time to make the. I don't even to tell you the truth, I don't know how to make the playlist for you to purchase and buy music on your own platform. I don't know how to do that unless because I have to ask questions. I have to find out how to build that.
Your brother don't do web design. He only does graphic design.
He knew a little bit. I mean, he does do it. I mean, he knows how to do it. But what he tells me, because he's my big brother and shit, I'll call him and ask him. They'll tell you how to do it. He's like, even message them or whatever, and they'll tell you how to do that shit. So everything that I learned through graphics, because I like a lot of the stuff that I do is my own graphics, and he helps me out with it for me too. But he shows me like how he does it, and he and through his designs I can look and kind of imitate it. Like he even hit me up. He's like, I see you over here trying to keep the continuity with your with the designs work. He's all right. I was like, yeah, he was Canva. He's all Canva. He's all Canva shit. No, but yeah, no. I that's one of the things I really need to do because yeah, he's right about I want to pay you your whole $10 for your shit.
For your hard work.
For my hard work.
And so when I think of a producer that we know that does have a website, that does have a beat store on their website, Heavy Medicated Beats.
Oh yeah, I gotta ask him. I could hit him up.
And yeah, because like I still got my website that I haven't fucking completed it published yet on, you know, and like I'm going off what Chris Johnson piece saying. It's like, okay, I do want to make a lot of money. I don't give a fuck what nobody say. Like, yeah, I want to make a lot of money, nigga. I don't give a fuck. Like, I'm not doing this only for the money, but I want to do this and then have money so I can do this more. Like, dude, I went to Guitar Center the other day, and it's like, even though I'm in the negative, right? Like, if we look at my music career and we're like, okay, when did you start this? And we're like, when can I say I started my music career? I can officially say I started in 2012, right? Even though I rapped before, I was on beats, I made beats and all that shit. 99.
Officially.
First rap. But yeah, officially, I fucking bought this APC 40 and said, I'm finna learn a new language. I broke up with this bitch. I'm finna go in on this motherfucking music. And then I started making music and shit. And then I went away from it. And then I got into that accident in 2014. And then I was like, I'm gonna just go all in on music. Right? So, yeah. 2012, we started it. We took a break in the middle of that shit and then went all in 2014. And ever since then, I bought like the ABC 40, another turntable, these turntables. I bought all this shit. And so when you look at it, niggas is in the negative, right? Like negative thousands of dollars. If we look at the return on investment. And it's all out of faith that one day all this shit is going to add up. Like I really feel me taking the time to learn how to play piano for real, and I can walk over and be like, "Oh, that's B flat. Oh, y'all in B flat major. Oh, okay. All right." Like, you know what I mean? Oh, y'all in C sharp minor. Oh, okay. Yeah. Like, nigga, that's gonna be dope as fuck, and that's the path. And I'm just building it brick by brick. And I want to make money doing this shit. Like, think about it, man. We gotta make money doing this shit. I look at the count, right? And every time I look at the count, or I look at Kaylin Ellis videos, I'm like, nigga, why am I showing the DAW? Why am I showing Logic? You know? I'm like, nigga, when I do my piano streams, like it's just a picture of me, nigga. I got a wide screen of me and then a little small screen of the top overhead view so you can see me playing the keys. And but when I look at Kaylin Ellis or I look at fucking even Bad Snacks, her videos. Bad Snacks had a video the other day. She's like, I wanted to make something, what's it called? And then it's her sitting there with her SP404 and she's like, you know what I mean? The beat was dope. And I'm like, why the fuck? I'm showing the doll, and then it's me over here to small shit. I'm like, this is my little setup. I'm like, but why am I showing the doll? I'm like, when you show these people, excuse me, you're looking at them react to their music versus what I did to make the music be what it be. So with the count, if I'm looking at the count 5 days a week or 7 days a week, he's just putting up a beat video where he's doing cook-up sessions too, but his cook-up session ain't, oh, I'm showing you how I made the beat from scratch. He's showing you, nigga, I made this beat and I'm recording myself what I did when I made this beat. So you're finna look at me doing the claps. You're gonna look at me doing the clap. You're gonna look at me putting in the melody. You're gonna look at me putting these chords. Look at this percussion. Look at this shit. I bet you ain't never seen this before. That's what I be thinking about when I look at the count. And then all that shit leads up to, hey, I just dropped the count fucking drum kit 5. Like, hey, I just dropped the count kick 6. Hey, I just dropped the count kick. Why? Because I got all these beat videos. And now when I make my final video to make an advertisement for the new kit I dropped, I'm finna show you like this percussion, this. That video was dope as fuck. Yeah, all that shit. And you're like, yeah, nigga, it's all in this kit. And it's like, damn, my nigga. So yeah, I bought an African talking drum.
Okay.
This shit is crazy because it's like you put it in your arm, right? You got a little beating stick, and as you squeeze it, it lets it go higher or lower for the fucking tone.
Oh, crazy.
So I looked at this video and I was like, when I was standing in the Guitar Center, I looked at, because I meant to get a desk saver. So I'm finna fucking put that shit in the garage. I want to fucking protect from the dust of the DJ table and all this other shit. Fucking keyboard cover. I'm finna get all this shit covered. Fucking, but yeah, I'm standing in garage center, Guitar Center, and I'm looking around for some percussion. I'm like, oh, I want to get some different percussion because I'm finna go in on this loop station shit. I'm like, all right, everything I can record inside my motherfucking dude, man, she got a fucking acoustic electric fucking one. I didn't even know they made that.
Acoustic electric.
Where it got a pickup. Yeah. You can plug that bitch in and fucking nigga, that's dope.
Dude, that's crazy.
I want to buy it. I'm like, dude, I'm buying two of them. And it's like, no, I'm never going to use this one again because I'm going to be able to plug that bitch in, nigga. If I could plug that bitch in, I'll do one part of the melody in kalimba, another part of the melody on the xylophone, another part of the melody on my talking drum, nigga. Come on. Yeah. And then I fucking still got the keys in the drum machine. And but anyway,
you got it, man.
Yeah, I got it.
Hey, man, I want to get an electric drum set.
So I bought me some drumsticks.
That's crazy, right?
I can't even grab the drumsticks. If I grab the drumsticks, they're going to be invisible.
Oh, because they're green?
I tried to buy
crazy, man.
An electric pad because remember Kayla Ellis was in my life, man. You see him do the motherfucker. So I was like, nigga, I'm finna give me electric. So this is my thought while I was standing in the Guitar Center. I got the African talking drum. I want to give me a drum pad. Even though I got the drum machine, I still want a drum pad because back when I told you about my other homie, my barber homie, like on the drum team, the drill team, whatever they call this shit, drumline. There you go.
Drumline. Yeah, drumline.
It'll take a minute. Yeah, he was on the drumline fucking team, and so he know how to do all the little paradiddles and all that shit, right? I was like, nigga, you know how to do that shit? And he had his little practice pad. And I'm like, shit. You can get a practice pad and do that. And I'm like, nah, nigga, I want a pad that I can fucking put that shit in the motherfucking shit. So they got the electronic one. Yeah. Nigga, they got them like by Yamaha and fucking other brands. And you can just get that shit. They got either 1 zone, 2 zone, 3 zone, right? So you get that shit in one spot.
3 zone.
So I was like, nigga, let me get that 3 zone, not in stock. Damn, let me get that 2 zone, not in stock. The only way, like, even if you Amazon that shit, you can't get into like Thursdays. Even I got 2-day fucking shipping. I'm like, so it made me think to myself, like, why is all these?
Oh, Thursday, man.
Huh?
you said you can't get it till Thursday. Fuck. I was like, just wait till Thursday. Like, why are you so mad about this?
It's my money and I want it now.
Like, dude, what's Monday, man? Like, it's not like 2 weeks from now. Like,
it was
Thursday.
Saturday when the situation was happening. So when you're on Saturday and they like Thursday, you're like, that's a whole week away. I want to buy shit now, nigga. I want to go to the house. And be like, nigga, I'll put these drums in on my cook-up session with fucking electric drums. So I just bought the drumsticks. I'm like, nigga, this is my motivation. Because I figure if I practice that shit, like I can get different, just like how I'm understanding the keys, I can understand drumming from a different perspective. So it's gonna make my finger drumming better.
Yeah, I get you. Like I come from drums, well, I know a little bit more about drums, so that's why I appreciate my drums out of everything else.
Well, your drums sound better than mine. That's why I was like, hey man, I do the melodies, nigga. Because I don't really, I never really have faith in my drums, nigga. I know it sounds good to me based on melody.
Your drums are dope. Your drums are dope. Don't lie. Your drums are dope.
All right. I try to work on shit. I know, like, if I'm real with myself, right? If I'm looking at a Madden stat card, you know what I'm saying?
You get a D? You give yourself a D, a C?
I give myself a C- in drum. I'll give my drums a C-. I give myself a D.
I give myself a D. I give myself a D. You mean a D, motherfucker?
Yeah,
you mean
a D, motherfucker. I got a D in drums, nigga. That's why I be using loops sometimes. I'm like, nigga, you gonna hold this loop, nigga. I don't give a fuck.
You do? You lose loop. Oh, I told you I did. Hey, it's fine.
I told you I did. Remember I told you on the Fuma Marijuana. I was like, nigga, I use a motherfucking loop right there, nigga.
Oh, you did?
Decaps.
Oh.
I was like, that's all me on the 808s. Yeah, shout out to Decap.
He's like, if you want to know a shortcut in Ableton.
Why you sound so just
commander? Because I've seen that shit all day.
This is my first time using the drip plug-in.
I know you've been seeing this everywhere.
I'm like, Cal Beats made it the drip plug-in. He let other people be on there instead of it being the Cal Beats sponsored thing. I'm like, I see you.
Changing the game. Changing the game a little bit. Oh man, real quick. When I first got high the first time, I was in Corona. And you know how shit just makes you laugh, right? That's given. Like you just start laughing, right? But I had it to where I couldn't stop. And I was thinking inside, like, why am I laughing? And it turned into like this scary movie. Like, you know what I'm talking about? It's
it's like getting all 3D like, and shit.
You get. Yeah, that shit was like that. I was like, oh shit, I can't stop laughing. What do I do?
Like you was in room 1408.
Yeah, that shit, I got pulled, bro. Yeah, I got pulled and I was like laughing. I was like, I was laughing. I was like, oh my God. I was like, and then shit, I would just start laughing again. I was like, oh fuck, I can't stop. I can't stop.
Those are the best laughs, though. The laughing of laughing. You laughing and wondering why you laughing. Once again, that's meta. You're thinking about why you laughing instead of just laughing. Meta laughing.
Meta laughing. You try to figure it out, but you just, man. Oh, on the lighter note too. That is a lighter note.
That was a light note. I was laughing.
Yeah, that was a high note. I'm just kidding. I didn't. That's stupid. Yeah,
electronic drum set.
Oh man. And even the all right, so I made a beat, right? I made a beat last night or the day before. But I used broken vegetable drums.
Whoa, let's go. Oh shit.
You hear it?
A little bit.
It's too low. Let me get closer to it because I'm on my. Oh, yeah, man. Yeah, man. Yes. Right? A little bit slip, you know.
The snare is.
I know you can appreciate
it.
Yeah. Right? You know what I'm saying?
Wait, and that's the kick. That's the avocados.
Yeah, look at the piano. I was feeling my pianos at the time, bro. I was like,
yeah, get it.
Yeah, man. I never freestyle my pianos. Yeah, I never freestyle my pianos.
Man, you know I be doing that shit.
Yeah, man. Watch here. Let me just play this one part real quick.
251.
I don't know what that means. Yeah, I was in there. I was like, let me get my Tim on real quick. Let me get my Boris on. Yeah, man. A little smooth joint. Man. You know what I mean?
It is.
Smooth joint.
It is smooth.
Smooth joint.
Go ahead, brother.
But we got our broken vegetable joints over there.
Man.
Yeah, man.
I gotta put more in the pot. Put more vegetables in the pot, man, so it can all get cooked up. That's dope.
I think I'm gonna buy if I don't get an electric drum set, I have a kick and a snare, so I think what I'd probably do is just go pick up some hi-hat cymbals. Because I have a hi-hat stand and the pedal for it. I think I have a kick. I do have a kick pedal. I gotta find out where it is. Anyway, I just want to put together a 3-piece, maybe get a light crash or a ride, so I could just set it up there. I have no room in here, but hey, whatever, bro. We'll find some.
We'll find Kayla Nellis put that little shit in his room, man. I don't know what kind of shit, man, but that shit look like it fit. That room don't look big, but it will look like it worked.
It'll work, yeah. I could turn around and you know what? I could up right here and just turn my chair around. You know what I'm saying? No, but I want like a little baffle in between us so I can like kind of capture the sound better. You know what I mean? Or like we'll see. There's a couch over here that, man, but people sometimes sleep over. So
either way,
man,
something gonna happen.
We'll find a way. So at least that if I got the electric one, still need some room. Shit. Shit, I put it like right here. Gotta move this over. So yeah, you know what? I might move that over. I could probably do some things.
Because dude, this is what I want. Like, I don't like you can do it in Machine, you could do it in the keys, you can do it. So on the latest beat, on the latest fucking chops, latest producer thoughts.
Cook up.
There you go.
Producer thoughts. Oh yeah.
I put Hold On Now.
Okay.
For the intro beat. Man, you gotta send me some more beats. Fuck it. I'm sitting there and I'm like, because I was like, I want to send more, like I was gonna go back and like, you know, jack one of your fucking earlier ones. I put Root and Robot 2 weeks ago. So then I was like, let me see if I was gonna go start thumbing back through your stuff and see what was not on there. Then I was like, but hold up, let me go back through the beats that he sent. Because I remember that I put all the ones that you sent. You probably sent me a batch of like 7 in that little batch. I'm like,
yeah.
Right. So I went back to that batch. Boom, I just seen her. I'm like, yeah, I know what this one is. I just put that one in there. That's one of my favorite ones, man. I don't care what nobody say. That's one of my favorite ones. You make a lot of good shit, man. That's one of my favorite ones, though. Like, you already know how I feel about Crimson Sea. You know that.
Yeah.
This ain't Crimson Sea.
But this one.
This ain't Crimson
because
Sea.
The energy's different.
The energy is different. And you had to lead in the snares first. That had to come in before the melody came in. That is essential to that. Man, come on. And like, you know, when I get my little 3-zone, 2-zone, nigga, I'm gonna be able to, you know what I'm saying? Let me get my little, you know what I mean?
That's what I like that shit. I like it. Yeah, I always like that. Yeah, hell yeah. Yeah, heck yeah. I know I was showing my brother when I was making that beat. And he was like, "Hey, you should add this part coming in to make it sound like a Just Blaze beat, that kind of thing." But it's like a Kanye Just Blaze beat.
Yeah,
like,
Kanye Blaze, man.
Yeah, fucking Just Blaze, man. How you be doing? His drums are immaculate.
And that picture where it was fucking Just Blaze, Alchemist, and Knife Wonder in one picture, I'm like, man,
oh my god,
what the fuck is that? And dude,
that shit's crazy, man.
Trip. Hey, but won't you trip off that?
Well, when we see pictures of ourselves in about 10 years.
If we got pictures like that and people talking about us like that, like, oh my God, that's NappooBeats, Boris the Beast, and fucking what's it called? That one picture. These people influence so many people from what's it called to what's it called. Like, you know what I mean? It's like, yeah, because they did that shit every week. Crazy.
Do that shit every week.
Every fucking week, motherfucker. Straight up though. Straight up. Even man, I even like because the thing that's dope about it, man. Yeah, you got to do it. You don't do it for the money, but we gotta get some money doing the show. Get for nobody.
I do. Yeah.
We don't do it for the money.
The focus shouldn't be like
that ain't the focus.
It shouldn't be. That shouldn't be why you're doing it. Yeah.
The focus is to serve.
Like I do want the money. Yeah, right? To serve.
The focus.
Yeah, I want to serve the people.
We gotta serve the people.
Right, absolutely.
You know what we serving too? We're serving old versions of ourselves. Because imagine young NappooBeats first making beats. Imagine young Timothy, young fucking Boris Beats making beats in fucking 90 something in Generator, and he can fucking go on YouTube and look at these other guys called Producer Thoughts and watch them do cook-up sessions and chop sections and see how they do their process. It's just like how I was sitting there watching my cousins do their shit, and just like how you said, I knew how to do it because I was just watching them doing it. So I didn't know how to do it myself, but I seen them do it, and I got how to do it in my mind. That's deep.
This is a classic ass Producer Thoughts episode because like where we talk about a bunch of hoop nonsense shit that don't even pertain to music, but then it just comes right in there and just makes sense. Oh shit! It's the same thing. It's the same thing. Hey man, virtual high five, bro. Is it right here? Is it right here?
The other way. The other way.
This way. This way.
Yeah. That's dope.
The shit. Yeah.
Rock 'em, sock 'em. Sock 'em boppers. Sock 'em boppers.
You could have hit all day.
More fun than the pillow fight.
Oh my God, man! I remember somebody hit me with some sock 'em boppers, and the fist went straight through this. Like
it wasn't filled up.
Yeah, and shit was like, wow. I was like, oh.
That's fine. No, they felt bad.
This ain't no boppers in here. It
just got a sock, nigga.
It's just
socks, no boppers. Fuck. Yo.
Man.
Sock 'em boppers, man. Fucking good shit.
Sock 'em boppers, bro. Should I release this beat, though?
The Broken Vegetables beat?
Yeah. Should I sell it or put it on for beats, or should I put it to
Spotify
to what's it called?
That bitch. That sounds like some good ass motherfucking lo-fi shit. I think that's the next thing I gotta do too, man. Really spend time, like dedicate time. Day or maybe like a certain amount of hours. Now I think it gotta probably be each day to like really like go in and research on like how many playlists I can get put on. Cause like I think I released 2 lo-fi beats back to back, but overall I probably got like 5 on the Spotify that I consider lo-fi, right? And it's like, dude, if those 5 got put on playlists, where that shit gets fucking 600,000 because some people like the fucking Boris on the keys fucking little playing with shit, like fuck it, why not? You know what I mean? Why the fuck not?
How do you, man? It's hard to find people that are legit to put your shit up on there. Like I don't know how to, like if I was to Google, like, all right, they just have to pick your beat. Is that it? Like you just submit it and then like, oh, they'll listen to it.
I've never dedicated my time to it to be professional with it. Remember I was telling you about Dorian where I got on his playlist with the $10 true support thing. But he has like 2 ebooks he got on his Group 82 Media. One ebook is saying like the 82 Media one says how to get or 3 social media strategies that actually work. And then the one on his Group 82 Music one says how to get 1 million streams. right? How to get 1 million streams on Spotify because he got his song "Don't Sleep" got 1 million streams. And basically, that shit is talking about how you just got to go in, and he got it in video form too. Just look up how to get on Spotify playlist by Dorian Group 82, Dorian 82, and fucking in that video, he's just basically telling you like all the work you got to put in to get on fucking playlists, and then like looking out for the motherfuckers that's really legit and ain't legit and all that shit. But that's the thing. All I can tell you about is other people who tell you about their experience, but I can't tell you about no personal experience because I ain't did it yet. I only can tell you about getting on his shit because I only paid the $10 to get on this shit. But like, I've emailed. I tried to do that the other route, like what Dylan said from Producer Grind, which started this whole thing in the first place. If Dylan never showed that, man, think about that. I be thinking about shit like that on like how shit takes its course and you don't know where you're going, right? The unknown is a little scary, right? And it's like,
right.
The pandemic shit was going on. I'm looking at Instagram Live. And fucking, he's doing Producer Grind, fucking Instagram Live. People come on and show beats, boom, boom. This dude comes on and shows beats, and he's like, his shit. He was like, oh, does anybody got any boom bap? Like some of the shit that like Benny the Butcher and the other dude is on right now. Anybody got stuff boom bap, stuff like that? So then people come on and they play all this shit. This is more like boom trap. Everybody got trapped, right? Boom trap,
yeah, everybody got trapped, yeah.
But then this one dude comes on with the fucking boom bap lo-fi shit with all the little keys, all the sounds, all the aesthetic, and he's in there. And you know how Dylan look at it, he's like, "That's hard," right? He looks at shit.
It's like generic, but it's not, right? He's like, "Hey, right. Man," he's like, "Yeah,
that should knock. That's hard." He's like, "Hey, what's your IG?" And then he's like, "I'm adding a bunch of producers to like this producer group." And so he put Adam in his shit. He was like, look, let me show you, bro. He's like, man, I made all this lo-fi shit. Your shit way better than mine. He's like, and I got put on playlist, bro. Look, let me show you my distro kit. Boom, logs in. Look, I got $600 off this shit. And I feel it's whack. He's like, I got 2 lo-fi albums and 2 singles out. And I got $600 still on my distro kit off this shit. He's like, got on playlist, boop, boop. He's like, all I did was I go to the top playlist in the fucking category, see what the username is, search it through Facebook or whatever social media is that same username. Sometimes you find them, sometimes you don't. Whatever you do, you find them, see what you got to do to get on the list. He said he did that with some people. He said one playlist got him that fucking 600,000 fucking shit. So when you look him up, his Dylan, Producer Grind Dylan, lo-fi artist name on Spotify is Lo-Fi Organic. When you look him up on Spotify, you'll see what his fucking albums is and all the shit. And you'll be like, well, all the shit checks out, nigga. So it's like, that's how I hit you with the shit. I'm like, hey, this is what the nigga said. This is what I'm finna start doing. And I think you should do it because you already do it. Like, nigga, I already feel your beats sound lo-fi anyway, nigga. And this nigga shit, this shit was cool. And then when you listen to Dylan shit, I'm like, okay, Dylan, I see what you're doing. I see you, Dylan. You know what I mean? You ain't just interviewing niggas. You know what I'm saying? You know what I mean? Right? The
actual producer.
Yeah, I see you. And then so I'm like, but that's what, and then so now we over here 29 fucking episodes later, 29 weeks later, right? And it's like, damn.
That was like the first episode, right? That was like the first like whatever episodes.
Dude, that's what
we talked about this.
That was the beginning of all this shit because I seen that shit and I'm like, nigga, I'm finna go in and just make all these lo-fi beats and try to get on all these playlists so we can just have residual income through Spotify. And then it turned into the start cooking up on stream because it's like, well, we're already cooking up anyway.
Might as well show ourselves, right?
Might as well show ourselves instead of come from behind the fucking door. And then, yeah, dude, like it's just weird to watch shit metamorphosize before you, even though you don't know what it was gonna be when you first started out. It was just like a DM to say, hey, nigga, it feels good to talk to somebody else because normally everybody's like, oh yeah, that's cool. Or just put it out. Just put it out. Just put it out. I'm like, no, I got to put it out a certain way. No, but just put it out though. I'm going to put it out, but it got to get put out a certain way. Like you don't just put it out. Like, and that's what I'm saying. Like, but if you're in the industry, you know what I mean when I say it got to get put out a certain way. And so that was the thing, man. Like it does. This shit is liberating, man. Liberating. I feel good when I get to talk about this shit.
Yeah. No, it's true, man. It really is. Because, man. Yeah, who else will I talk to about this? Nobody. I'm like thinking about it. I'm like, oh man, like I could just get mad. Like I can't even talk to. Yeah, like if I try to talk to somebody about it, it's just like, man, you guys don't know what the fuck I'm talking about. Like, why even waste my energy? Like that's why I think about. I'm like, man, I should just keep these thoughts in my head. So I come in here and I'm like, oh shoot.
Let it all out,
talk
man.
About everything now. Like, oh yeah.
Yeah, for real. Cause man, hey, real shit, man. Motherfuckers can see your redemption arc too. When you was talking about getting your faith strong and shit. Like, nigga, that's an important episode. You talking about classic episode. Like, when people go through this shit, man, they gonna be like, dang, like, you know what I mean?
I'm still going through that shit, man. It's hard to be to have faith when you, like you said, there's fear in something that you don't know. And shoot, I'm human. We're all human. That shit's scary as fuck, man. And to have faith on something that you don't know, that you have no control over, that's scary as shit. I can see why people give up, but I'm not saying that's me. I'm just saying that's something that I'm struggling with.
But the thing is, the thing also is that even if you went and got a stable job, right? You went and got a real job and you gave up on your passion, all the same scary shit still exists. So why not do what you love while you're doing it? If the same shit still exists, and I can be the nigga that goes to the party with everybody and be like, nigga, I watched all these shows on Netflix. I've been watching that 70s show. I've been watching The Office. I watched 30 Rock. I watched fucking Power. I watched fucking whatever the fuck, right? I watched all these fucking different shows on Netflix. Hey, did you watch this one? Oh, yeah. Remember this one? Oh, I watched Stranger Things. I watched all this. You can go, well, I'm talking about myself. I can go back to that party and be that nigga and say, I watched all these fucking shows, right? Versus being who I am and be like, nigga, I gained these much skills. Ever since this pandemic shit, I didn't know how to edit no video. I didn't know how to fucking. I bought Final Cut Pro for real, nigga. And that's how this podcast was out, nigga. Like, nigga, we went for real. I bought complete, like, nigga, like, we wasn't playing. This is a new Mac, like, it's like, fuck, nigga, like, ever since this pandemic, niggas leveled up, like, boop, 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 boop. I went from one song in 5 since 2015, and then 2020 to now. Like, nigga, what? I like that. I can click on the shit and be like 34 songs, and I'm like, nigga, I ain't got 34 songs. What do you mean? Like, what the fuck you talking about? Damn. Like, you start looking at this shit, you're like, no, nigga, this, what the fuck? But if you just doing shit, you don't, nigga, all that matters is what's right in front of you, man. And the shit, you just gonna look back at it like, damn, nigga, look at that shit. And it's like this. If we just putting one in front of us and switching out the subject matter, okay, I watch every single Laker game, every single Dodger game, every fucking Barcelona football game, every NHL hockey game, every King of the Hill episode, every Simpsons, every South Park episode, every anime, every fucking, right?
What's that going to do for you at the end of the day, right? Man, besides make you happy. Besides making you happy during that moment.
During the moment.
Yeah, and having
I do get that temporary happiness during the moment, man. Come on. But I get this permanent happiness when I can walk over and go, drink something, gonna say no me. You got it, girl, you got it. And I can play the chords, nigga. What?
Hey, but that could be the same thing with video games though. But it's different because we do the other shit. It's not like we don't but it's different because we do other shit. It's not like we just watch TV shows. We're working on piano. We working on everything. Because we fucking Geminis.
Allocation, right? Real shit. And it's energy allocation. It's like, okay, it ain't good if we did only one thing that won't build us a skill in.
Right. Because I will not get anything out of just watching or playing video games. I like it too, but I mean, as a skill set.
Yeah, because
I like that I do.
I like transferable skill sets. How about that?
Okay. Yeah, I like that I'm able. If I wanted to put out my own TV programming, I know how to do that shit. Like if somebody were to ask me to, hey, can you edit this video? I can do that shit. Hey, can you make me a beat? I can do that shit. Hey, can you make me this graphic? I can do that shit. Hey, can you take these photos from me? I can do that shit. Can you edit these photos for me? Yes, I can do that shit. Can you sing for me? Sure, I'll sing for if you want me to. Hey, can you rap? Yeah, I'll rap on your shit. Can you dance on my? Yeah, I'll dance on that shit too.
Talk, man. Talk your talk, baby. Talk your talk. Talk
Yeah, can you make that shirt? Yeah, I'll make that shirt for you.
Come on.
Cost you
Hey.
Yeah.
Talk your talk, brother. Hey, you feel me though? Those are hard skills. Those are what are considered hard skills.
Hard skills.
You have hard skills and soft skills. Soft skills are the things that are easy that most people can get. Hard skills are things that are specialized knowledge that you got to spend some time studying, experimenting, and doing over and over till you master the craft, even though there's no such thing, but you strive.
Ring. Oh. So the reason why, I don't know if you ever see me deter my eye. No, seriously. Hard skills. Ain't nobody. I'm just saying, like, if you ever see my eyes deter this way,
baby monitor.
I'm looking at my kids through the freaking thing. Yeah, I don't know what they're doing. Last time I seen Dominic jump off the freaking
couch,
the cabinet, bro, the freaking dresser, jumping out the dresser, and then like flip onto the bed. I'm just like, oh man, get the hell off there and do your work.
I seen this video the other day on Instagram.
You guys be doing your work. Do your work, Dominic. Yeah, go ahead, man. I can talk to him through the thing.
That's dope. Technology. Oh shit.
Yeah. You said the kid what?
The video on Instagram it said this is how kids eat food, and it was showing the kid eating at the table, and then he'll get up, get on the couch, get down, flip on the couch, looking at the TV. I like that's what they do. They don't just sit there and eat it. It's a whole like fucking choreography to that shit.
It is a whole shit, man. It is a whole shit. Damn. Oh, but I still haven't done this. I gotta download some more music.
Yo, I looked at that in the Guitar Center. Guitar Center. I seen it in the Guitar Center, and I was like, oh man, I wonder if Ed's using that shit. That's what I thought of when I looked at it.
I have to download some music, man. I don't have any like music in my library.
You do.
I'm about to buy.
You don't have to download no.
Besides my own. Don't be saying that. No, you got to mix it in. You got to mix it in. Let them know that it's not you. You know, get that Joyce Rice album.
Get the Joyce Rice.
Play that shit, and then play
mix
the remix.
Yours in.
Play the remix.
Yo, that's what I be doing. Shit,
I've been wanting.
I need to make another mix.
I think I'm gonna do it. Well, I go on Spotify and I go into like these playlists that I like. Then I'll take some songs out of there and then I'll practice mixing. Like I want to do like a neo soul, like 1995 to like 2005, whatever, 6 neo soul freaking playlist, and then mix that. Well, I need to buy a speaker. That's what I need to do. I need to buy a speaker because I want to play it not just in the studio, but I want to be outside playing that shit. You know, since we got that patio deck.
Let's go. With the barbecue.
For the summer, you know, we grilling. Yeah, we grilling out there. You know what I mean?
Grilling.
We can play some music. Yeah, man. We bumping some music. Put some good music on. Like sometimes you don't want to listen to a bunch of trap stuff all the time. You know what I mean? You want to be out there having a good time. You can't be on this like aggressive ass mode all the time. You know what I mean?
Exactly.
So you gotta, let them step while you cooking a little bit.
Just a little bit. You know, ain't nothing wrong with some stepping in the name of love. You know what I mean?
Yeah. Oh, we can't listen to that. No, we can't listen to that.
Right? That's why I said rip. But fucking stepping though, man. Like feel good music, man. Like I'm. So this is what I did when I put out this other track. I fucking album cover, and then I was like, album cover right after it. Normally I'll finish the cook up and then I'll go smoke and shit, but since I'm not smoking and shit right now, finish the cook up and I immediately started trying to edit it, right? And I'm like, just go to it. Normally I fucking like, I don't feel like doing it. I just finished 3 hours right here. Now I want to spend another fucking hour working. It's like, no, nigga, do it. So you can just chill afterwards, you know? What the fuck was I bringing that up for? What was we just talking about?
Oh, I don't. Something. I forgot. This ain't a producer podcast. This doesn't happen at least twice in an episode.
Like, what was I talking about? And then the beginning, Ed didn't even get. Ed was always able to back us up, and then slowly but surely, Ed would be like,
"Yeah, you roped me in, man. You roped me into the thing, man. You see how you rub off your energy, rub off the same way. I don't know either, man. I just listen to what you're saying, but you were saying." All I can remember is talking about that kid eating in different ways, like in different positions, like little kids
jumping around and shit. Yeah. Oh, then you was looking through the monitor talking to your kid.
Yeah, that's funny.
Joyce Rice put the remix in.
Well, it was a completely different subject than it was a transition already to something else. Lost it. You lost it.
Fucking lost it. Fuck it. It's all good.
What time are we at? 1:30?
1 hour and 50 minutes.
1:50. Oh, we're almost at the 2 hour mark. Okay. What time is it right now? 3? Oh, 3:35. Oh shit. What's up? You about to play Apex tonight?
Yeah, man. I did all my work early today.
You did? Oh, you did all your work. You did all your work earlier today. Yeah. I might release this on Spotify. I'll leave it raw too. You know what? I'm gonna just slap a RC20 shit on this, and then I'll call it.
That's what I was talking about. I was talking about doing the work right after, because to encourage me doing my work early. That's what it was tied into. Is that I made next week or this Friday's fucking album cover art already when I did last week's.
Ooh, let's go.
Art. So yeah, dog, it was all tying in to say, if you do your work earlier, because I'm sitting there like, all right, it's the rest part, right? I need more rest. My body's saying, hey, nigga, you need more rest. Okay, how can I get more rest? Because, nigga, shit, you see I'm recording here, but videos whenever ago, I definitely was in LA. Like, you know what I mean? So I definitely need rest because I'm back and forth, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
But the only way I can rest when nothing move unless you do is if you do it early. Because I rest between, and the rest between be fucking me up because it make me later, like, you know what I mean? But if I do it early and just get it all done, then I can really rest. It's like, after I do this and put out the fucking Shannon Sharp video, and the other shit should probably be done so I can just upload it to YouTube. Just exporting, and then fucking the way I made this beat, like, it's gonna be easy just to fucking chop this shit up, and I'm gonna like zoom in on me, I guess. Because I don't know, man. I don't know what is better. Like, should I keep showing the DAW? Should I fucking go to Bad Snacks and Kaylin Ellis and fucking Count Route, where I'm just showing me putting in the shit?
Well, I don't mean to say this, but you have like 20 angles of cameras. Why not do everything? Why not put it on there? What if the people that come to see you want to see how you work on it? And then they can see how you react to the shit at the same time. Why do you have to choose?
Yeah. Right. So this is what I figured out, right? I was going to download this other app, the Pinnacle Design, to capture multicam editing, so then I could record full 1080p from the webcam, full 1080p from the other cam, full 1080p of the DAW. So that way, when you watch Curtis King do his little beat recaps and everybody else, he showed the shit. He's showing the Fruity Loops vision. Then it's like him and clear though when it's zoomed up, like it's clear as fuck, like, cause it's real shit. And like he showed this part, and I'm like, yeah, nigga, like, yeah, what I mean. And it's like, so then looked up a video on how to do it just in our regular fucking shit, and this is what it is. Make your shit 4K.
I'm gonna try that.
Right? So make your OBS 4K. Make your fucking OBS 4K resolution as the output. 4K resolution is 1080p. So then you got your 1080p of your DAW, your Logic. You got the 1080p of your webcam. You got the 1080p of whatever other cam you got. That way, when you're editing the video, you got full 1080p. Like when you outline it, you just crop it out. So when you open it up in just crop each one. Now you got a full 1080p of this one, full 1080p, but you recorded it all through one thing. So now when you chop to each section, right?
Chop section.
Yeah.
Plug in. I appreciate that.
I was like, yeah. Let's see what I did there. You gotta acknowledge that. We're gonna sit on that later brief for a second, you know? Go support the chop section, you know what I'm talking about?
Hey.
Yeah. Real talk. So that way, you just like what you're saying right now, why do you have to choose? If you got all full recordings in 1080p of there, then you get to choose what you show to people in each section. You can bad snack, you can be account, and you can still be us by showing, hey, nigga, this is what I was doing in the motherfucking DAW and all that shit. Ken Burns, because I'm gonna start adding Ken Burns to my shit. Where Ken Burns is that little slow zoom in transition of shit, yeah. Getting all closer to the motherfucking face and shit. I'm like, oh, and then they put a little Batman spin around of some shit, you know what I'm saying? Shout out to Benny X. You know how to make Creature Not a Beat. That shit is a good ass video. I don't care what nobody says.
Damn. I think, man, I got to start saving up for this computer. I was basically, so you know how everybody got the STEMI and all that shit and like in their tax return? All my shit went to bills, bro, all to my personal shit. So I was like, man, now I ain't got nothing, but now I have to save up for this computer because I want to get some GoPros and stuff like that, some 4K like video going. I got to upgrade my webcam and get the good monitor, you know, get the good quality and everything, you know. Got to keep up, man.
Yeah, dude. I bought this fucking camera. This is a Panasonic camcorder, D180K, and that's what I've been using on my piano streams. Because like what I noticed, right? So I watch fucking like Johnny Quick music. There's like a bunch of music artists I watch on Twitch, but Johnny Quick, like people I look up to as like piano playing ass niggas, they don't show you no DAW nothing, nigga. It's them. They show you them in front of the keys. That's it. That's the whole shit. So I'm like, nigga, I got that camera to where it's 1080p, and I got the little cam link, the fucking Elgato cam link. Boom, HDMI for that bitch. Other shit burnt up.
The one from Amazon?
One? Yeah. My shit was hot as fuck inside my USB hub. It was like fucking scorching hot and no signal coming out. All right.
Oh, shit.
So I get 1080p out of that bitch. Clean as fuck. Clean 1080p. And I'm like, damn. It's funny that even though I got clean 1080p out of this bitch, because what I'm looking at, what I'm comparing this shit to, these niggas got L lenses and shit. Like I was watching this video, Adam Audio interview Stolen Drums. And when they start out that interview on the podcast, he says, all right, so this video is for people that are like in the music space and are doing this and like who really want to know how to stream and like do this and get the quality. So then he gives his journey of what he started off with equipment wise and where he's at equipment wise now and what he did, color grading, like all this shit. And when you hear all the shit, you're like, oh man. All right, like you know what I mean? And it's like I haven't plugged in my camera to the camera to see it. Said it wouldn't be a clean settings that you try that out. But that way, I just want a clean ass fucking camcorder. I camcorder. Clean ass DSLR picture.
Look, yeah.
It's like all the streamers, like there's a streamer I follow, there's a Street Fighter dude, his name's Stupendous. And I've seen him for years, man. Like back when he had just the 1080p shit, like everybody got 1080p webcam. But nigga, when he switched over to the motherfucking DSLR and you see how clean it was, and then it went from nigga having green screen to nah, nigga, you gonna see my background, nigga, because this fucking camera can show you my background clear as fuck, but with a slight fade to it. Because I'm clear as fuck, nigga, but my background clear as fuck with a fade to it because it's a dope ass camera, nigga. Versus this shit that ain't got no fucking aperture control and shit like that. Depth of field. So yeah, man, just like you saying, you trying to talk about keep up, and it's like you look at this shit and it's like, man, go back to my mom's crib, man. I gotta go in there and fucking read. And that's what you're talking about. Back hurt, this shit. But I'm still nothing gonna move unless I do it. Like, I gotta hook the garage up and like, I'm not gonna fall off. I'm not gonna have a week off. Oh, I'm back at the crib and I had to wait. Nah, nigga. We're gonna go in, we're gonna move the shit around, we're gonna get set up. Ain't nothing gonna stop.
Hell yeah. That sounds good. And we ain't never gonna stop. That sounds like a good time to end it. Yeah, it sounds like a good time to end it. Yo, appreciate everybody's
attentiveness to listening to us with their ears, you know what I mean? And open mind, open ears, open mind, open eyes, open ears, open mind. Appreciate you guys. Remember what to take away from this episode, right? One of them was the what you're advertising. Like, don't just give the one picture. The paper, yeah. Like if you're given one paper just to look at a sign, it's best to rip it up and throw it in their whole face so it gets more visual, more visuals, more what is it? More impact.
Yeah, utilize
because one paper thrown at somebody's yeah.
Utilize that resource to its fullest extent.
Yep. There it is. Yeah, because ain't nothing will stay with you more than confetti, man. We went to this confetti spot, and that shit was in my shoes and socks years later, bro. Like years later, and I was like, "Damn,
what the fuck?" I
was like, "Look, that's from that museum we went to. See the confetti?" Like I was like, "Yo, look." I was showing Shanae. I was like, "Oh shit." But yeah. I appreciate everybody, man. Appreciate you, Boris, Tim. I don't know if you've seen. There was a time where I was looking at my computer. I sent you the beats. I sent you like 7 or 8 beats.
Thank you.
Appreciate it. Listen, you got that care package, so you know what I'm saying. But I don't know.
Right?
I don't know what that
real
is.
shit. You ever play Pocket Tanks? That's what that game is.
Pocket Tanks?
Fucking shoot shit in it. You still need to put out double
side. It hits.
Yeah, and it hits like at an angle and all that shit.
Oh, double side. I was thinking about that the other. Oh, this was what I was about to say before we ended.
Oh, you want to rap on it?
So, what's that? No, well, I want to put out a song. We should put out a song. I mean, like an actual song where we're rapping and like singing and rapping, whatever, bro.
Whole song, like.
I'll get it started. I know you're a little you're a little hesitant, so you know what I mean. I'll get the ball rolling. Don't worry about it. I'll take the lead on this real quick. And I'll send it to you. You let me know if you can fuck with it. You probably will. You better. So,
you better listen to me. Don't best me, my friend.
I think I'll tell everybody that. Oh my gosh, bro.
But,
oh shit.
Yeah, for sure, man.
Yeah. No, I'm gonna do it. No, I've been in my heart, man. I was driving real quick before we end this shit. I was in my heart. I was like, I was singing in car today or the other day again, or rapping, whatever. I was freestyling my beats. I was singing. I was doing everything. I was like, man, how good would it feel in comparison to doing beats live, performing live, like singing or rapping in front of a crowd? How nothing would ever beat that shit. Would ever beat it, like than performing and singing. Because you yourself are the instrument, whatever, right? And you're expressing to everybody, and they're following you, right? I was like, motherfuckers used to OD on cocaine because of that shit, because they wanted to replicate that feeling. Not saying I want to overdose. I'm just saying, man, it would be cool to be in front of a live audience and performing for them, and performing your own music
with words in it.
With words and stuff, you know what I'm saying? Yeah, not just a beat machine. That's dope, but it's not. I mean, playing beats is different than performing beats, right? But then performing songs is different than performing beats.
Right.
I'm just saying, you know what I mean? I'm not saying we're gonna do this like right away, but I'm almost itching to make a song like almost immediately. Like,
I feel you, man, because like, man, that one girl that I'm like, anyway, that one, like I know some of her original songs, right? And I be singing that shit like she be singing that shit, and I be singing that shit with her, right? And then sometimes I type out that I'm singing that shit, like I type it out phonetically how I'm singing it, you know? And I'm like,
yeah.
Imagine that feeling, because like you could tell like sometimes she geek off that shit, right? You can tell she geeking, like, because it's her original song. She wrote the words. She's playing that shit. She's singing it, and other people in the world, nigga, that you ain't even fucking close to, you don't even know them like that, know your motherfucking song and singing it with you, nigga. And it's like, I feel you, man. I feel you because you feel what she was going through when she wrote it. And like for me, right, how that Lano producer, right, he putting out tracks with his homies and shit. Oh, we did a West Coast vibe on this one. Oh yeah, now because where we're from, West Coast. And I'm like, oh, nigga, I see y'all. And it's like, yeah, you right, man, right? Because when I'm listening back to my beats off of Dark Days albums, about the melodies. You know what I'm saying?
Right. But it's not, it's not the same.
It's not the same.
It's not the same. What if you wrote to it? It would have a bigger impact if you wrote to it, right? Even though that for yourself is meaningful, but you know what I mean? If people hear the words, they associate words with feeling. I mean, that one's like, it's on a different level of feeling, but yeah, I mean, I guess I wouldn't want to say that. I feel like that's I feel like I'm talking bad about your body of work. Yeah, it's different. It's different. Yeah.
Nah, because look, so trip. So I know, right? We extended it like 3 minutes. Fucking
that's not
fucking when I was making the Dark Days album, I was listening to depressing music and shit like that. But there's one song that I was listening to at the time. It's called Chamber of Reflection by this dude named Matt DeMarco. So I was fucking out there, Uber Eats Postmating it. And then I had to go to this donuts place over in fucking Venice. Donut Star, Blue Star, some shit like that. So I go in there and they're playing this song and it's like boom.
Oh, dang, the bass.
And then like boom, 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 doom, doom, doom. And I'm in there in the donut place waiting to pick up the order, and I'm in line like I turn my music down. I'm like, hold up, nigga. And I'm just neck breaking in line. So then I'm like, I'm trying to Shazam it. I pull the phone out, I'm trying to Shazam it, and there ain't nothing coming through. Fuck. And I'm like, hey, I asked the girl, I'm like, is this on Pandora? Fucking phone, shit, don't freeze. You good?
Yeah, you good.
I'm like, is this on Pandora? She's like, huh?
Oh shit.
Good.
You all right?
Yeah, I'm good.
Yeah.
You said, oh
What?
shit. You said, oh shit.
Oh, my son started climbing on the thing. Hold up. Get down. Hey, get down, please. Finish your work. I see you. I see everything. Remember that. Thank you. I see everything. Scary.
I know God over here. I see everything. Remember that? God over here. I guess you do become a God in your house when you got one. Dang. I see everything. Remember that? Yo, he got his house for real. Oh, it's finished exporting. I can fucking put this shit on fucking YouTube now. See what I'm saying? But did my work early. So yeah, hell yeah, I'm playing Apex tonight, nigga, because I'm gonna do it worry free. I don't gotta say, oh, I gotta edit this. I gotta you know what I mean? But anyway, fucking so I'm in the line like, oh shit, is this on Pandora? Uh-oh. Paging Dr. God. Paging Dr. God. God, come in, God. I'm hungry. Hey, don't use it for that. You better come all the way up here for that. You better come here. Come upstairs.
It's a one-way thing.
Yeah, I'll talk to you. You better come in here and request. You did the old school way. But no, so I'm like, hey, is this Pandora? And she's like, huh? I'm like, is this Pandora playing right now? I'm like, I'm trying to see what's the name of this song. She's like, I don't know. And then the other worker behind is like, oh, this is Matt DeMarco. I'm like, oh, who? Matt DeMarco. I'm like, Matt DeMarco? You know the name of the song? And then she was like, she said something else, like fucking Road to some shit like that, right? And I was like, okay. So then I fucking go in the car. I'm driving off with the donuts and shit. I'm like, Spotify, Matt DeMarco. I'm like, what the fuck? It was Mac, like mac and cheese.
Like a Mack truck. Mack truck.
Yeah. So Mac DeMarco. And the song that I looked up, like Road to whatever, I'm like, oh, is this? I'm playing it. And then I'm like, man, this ain't it, man. What the fuck, man? So then I'm driving like, man, that's bullshit. I'm like, well, at least I'm like, she did look confident when she was saying the name of the person. So let me go through the other top 5. And then boom, I click on it. And the one it is, it's called Chamber of Reflection. Nigga, I'm telling you, like if you like who's my niggas, like Black Milk, Bad, Not Good, like, you know what I'm saying? Like that was when I was on that kick. And so when that came on, and then that was back when Spotify would show you the genius, like behind the lyrics kind of thing on your phone. And when I was reading that, it was like, oh, well, he made this song because he was studying Masonic shit. And like, this is the room they put you in when you go on some shit. And like, oh shit, what? It's like, he said, he made this shit when he was depressed as fuck. And this is like the most personal song that he made, fucking tied to his life. He said, even though it was this album, he was at a 9-song album, even though this album didn't have a lot of words in it, he felt it was his most personal work. And I was like, damn. And like that one moment, right? I was already having dark days and the shit, but it just put everything together. Like, nigga, on fucking like giving people something that's so vulnerable and your real you, your insecure you, your all of you, just raw you. You know what I mean? But man, when you listen to that track, I'm telling you, Chamber of Reflection. Then I heard the original while I was listening to some other shit. I was cleaning up and shit, and then I'm hearing the song. And I didn't hear the words and none of the shit. I'm like, this nigga sampled this. This is he like sampled it from some Japan shit, nigga. He sampled this shit from some Japan shit and then put words in like a whole nother fucking good ass fucking drums on it, and then just high like Tame Impala style vocal style on it, and just like, but just like what you're saying, when you listen to the Japan version, which is an instrumental, you're going to get that feeling, but you don't get the feeling that you get out of his song. So the words matter, man. Words matter.
All that to say this. Hey, man, it's good that you give context to stuff because it just, it just fuses everything together. You're like, oh, shit. That's how you really get somebody to really open their eyes about what the actual subject is instead of just telling them. You know what I mean? Like,
you think?
I appreciate you for that. Yeah, man, of course. It's better than saying, oh, these hot dogs are good. Like, look, man, this is you. So this is me right here, right? Hey, the hot dog's good, bro. Like, the hot dog's good. What I would give you a little bit of detail, right? All right, yeah, man, fucking ballpark hot dogs. You know what I'm saying? They're good. You know, all beef though. Don't get the other shit because it shit don't taste good. Here's Tim right here. Here's Tim from from the farms of Fresno, California. These are all beef-fed beef cows that are organically put. But see the things that what they get from the that they get to feed these cows come from the Himalayan mountains. See, the salt is not pink, but it's green with a tint of blue. You see, but the reason why they're blue, though, the reason why they're blue is because the water rushes down on it. See, the reflection from the sky, it also tints it, and the pigmentations of the chlorophyll. And
by the chlorophyll from the blue from the sky.
See, now imagine how long it would take. We was talking about hot dogs, bro. He's like, I'm getting there, bro. I'm getting there. Damn.
Oh shit! Yo, fucking shit! I do be getting there.
You get all joking aside though. I'll joking aside.
He said, "I'm getting out, get it," and I'll be doing same shit like that. Oh shit! Hey, that shit is hilarious, man. And the reason why it hits you so good is because it's like real ass shit. You gotta know me to know that that's exactly what the fuck I would do. And when I hear all levels of it because it's like, yeah, I talk a lot, or yeah, I take a lot to get to the point. But at the same time, right? Oh shit, if we gonna say we put the Gemini and like you motherfuckers be watching Kanye and they be like, what the fuck Kanye talking about 1964 and all that shit. Like when they say watch Kanye explain some shit with 1964 mean that. But it's just showing like, nigga, we know all this shit. And when you really look at the shit, all the shit is always connected. You just gotta know how to put the dots together. And that's why we are into all this shit, because we can talk about something from Jujutsu Kaisen to fucking DBZ to fucking Cells at Work to fucking Naruto to fucking Hunter x Hunter to fucking Yu Yu Hakusho and fucking what's my nigga name? Light Yagami, Death Note, right? We can draw a connection between all the animes, but then draw a connection between all the American heroes, fucking superhero, fucking Captain Planet, all that kind of shit. Captain Planet, Power Rangers, Voltron, Transformers, SWAT Cats, G.I. Joe, all these ensembles, right? Super Friends, fucking Justice League, fucking League of the Doom, fucking League of Extraordinary Gentlemen, where all these are collectives, right? Everything's connected, and everybody will have different powers, but their powers all work together. You know what I'm saying? And that shit is funny because I'm doing it right now.
I know. I was like, look at him doing it. Look at him. He's doing it right now. He's like, what do you mean? What do you mean I'm not looking at him? He's like, you looked at me a certain way. He's like, oh, look, he's doing it right now.
Fucking shit. I was trying to explain.
You said, oh, shit. You looked at him and said, oh, damn, I'm doing it right now. The League of Sort of Gentlemen. Oh, this other stuff. I was like, damn, bro, you're naming all of them right now.
Like, oh, fuck.
No, hey, man.
Oh, shit.
No, we need that shit, though. We need that. That's what's it's funny, man. It's not funny, but it's funny to joke about it. But no, that's a perfect way to do this shit. Because how people gonna understand what you're talking about if they don't know the reasoning behind the shit?
Whew. Oh man, facts, bro. Facts.
Like Himalayan salt.
That shit was funny, and the fucking sky is blue, and the chlorophyll.
Chlorophyll, the pigmentation. The reason why the pigmentation comes in because it's not pink, it's blue.
It's not pink, it's blue, but it's all colors because these are the lights that's not being reflected, and that just means this is what's getting reflected.
It's the only reason why the sky is reflected from the ocean. That's why it's blue. So the blue turning this.
You know what I'm saying? Fuck, man. Oh,
hey, for real. Oh shit.
That was good.
I'm gonna record a chop section. By the way, I'm gonna record a chop section today.
Let's go.
I gotta go dig. I gotta dig these holes before mama get home. No, but I gotta dig these holes. But I'm gonna what's it called? I'm gonna do a chop section all before we get in our game of what's it called, of Apex. Because me and you have 14-hour days. The average person has 10-hour days. Because we're creatives, we do our shit. We have 14-hour days at least. Because I for damn sure be waking up at like 7, and I for damn sure be going to sleep at 3 o'clock, like 3 o'clock at night. Yeah. So I don't know if that equates to 14 hours, but
I don't know. But I know I wake up early as fuck, and then I fucking do a lot of work. Then I take a nap in like the later half of the day, and I wake up at night and I do all kind of more work and shit. Some play.
That's what I'm about to do. I'm gonna dig these holes, take a nap. Actually, I'm gonna dig these holes, take a shower, take a nap, do chop section. As soon as I'm done with chop section, I'm right up on the Apex, bro.
Boom,
right up on there. And I'm gonna upload these. This song that I use for the Broken Vegetables drums. It's called "Thoughts of a Father."
Damn. That's all sage like pervy sage for real. Thoughts of a father, man. Damn, that sounds like a rites of a passage.
Kind of is, huh? It's really like melodic. I just gotta mess around with the stuff to make stuff more accentuated. But
Thoughts of a father, man. That's deep. Like you wouldn't have made that 40 and 45 days of beats. You wouldn't have made that title.
No, because that other stuff. Brother. Thank you, sir. Took a lot to get here. No, it really did, though. A lot of shit happening. A lot of shit happening right now for me. We just trying to push through it. Try to push through all the bullshit. Which one's bullshit? You find out what's bullshit.
Yeah, swim move.
You see yourself right there. You're like, oh shit. Yeah, you see yourself there. You're like, oh, that version of me is bullshit. So you
like, oh, get that shit out of there.
He's like, what's up, man? I'm like, no,
nah,
going over there too.
You good, fam. Good, right in the past where we left you. Onto some new shit.
The thing is now, it's just new shit or the old shit or whatever. But the thing now for me is making a decision. So it all comes down to making a decision, and I have to. It's right now because I know you're supposed to do that, right? Make a decision and just go with that 100%. It takes a while to get to being able to make a decision like that. So I think I'm at that point where I should make the decision now.
Shit, brother. Yeah.
No shit.
Word decision. Latin word that means to cut. Every time you make a decision, you're cutting out whatever else. What's the other option?
Oh, failure. No, the other option of the making a decision is not doing this anymore. But the decision is not. It's not going to be that though. But that's how I have to outweigh this because it's the same. It's the same amount of weight. Actually, not doing this is more weight than continuing to do it because you're essentially, you're cutting a part of yourself out that you don't want to, not that you don't want, but
and don't discount how much you get to express yourself. Like just like how you were saying, just like how you were saying, there ain't nobody else in your life that you talk to shit about like this with. So just imagine, like, each week you get to talk about shit that you normally don't talk about with nobody else, right? And you get to feel heard, understood. Right. So you're expressing yourself. But even the shit that you don't say here, that you don't say at home, you still get to express yourself through that art.
Yeah. I think I'm gonna have to write this down though. Thoughts of a Father. I gotta write this down. I named it last night, by the way. It was untitled until I named it last night. It was up. The project was up. I was playing the keys. And none of this is sampled, by the way. That's a little weird for me, but none of this shit is sampled. Thank you, sir. The bass line is original. I did a little ripcord action on some of the keys, but then on the freestyle, the keys was me because I like the way that shit sounded, a little higher notes, accentuating it. But it was a decision. I have to write it down. I have to be firm with it. Yeah. Somebody here? Is somebody here? No, I think my lady's home. Oh, she might be home soon.
All right, brother.
What do you said you're gonna do your
Gotta put the Shannon Sharp impression up. I'm gonna hit this shit to upload to YouTube. Probably be up in like 2 hours, and then I'm gonna put up the Shannon Sharp impression on Instagram.
Let's go.
Chop up the fucking. Gotta chop up 2 videos and get them ready for Instagram. Gotta upload this video.
Okay, and you gotta write that verse for the song that we're about to come out with, right?
I don't know what you're talking about.
It's not gonna be under Boris. It's not gonna be under Boris the Beast. Though, got to be under a different name.
Oh, shit, it gotta be by 2 whole different artists. How that's gonna work on
2 whole different artists. It's gonna be NappooBeats and Boris the Beats featuring, and it'll be ourselves.
Damn, that is 2 Geminis on a song with 4 people on it.
It is.
We get
the same 2
twice.
people.
We get it paid twice.
Yeah. Yep.
Both twins is getting paid
twice.
Hey, what if that's the trick, right? We just go out there and be twins on those shit, and twins is always
there's nothing.
ain't that saying?
Yeah, there's not. What's it called? Yeah, why do you think Wu-Tang already figured that shit out, bro? Freaking was it Ghostface is who?
Pretty Tony and all that other shit.
Yeah, freaking Tony Stark. And then who else got another alias shit that they always come out with? Quasimodo and like Madlib. Who else got it? Everybody got it. They know what's up. I've been wanting to do that too. Like if I were to make my own song with my beat, then it'd be like NappooBeats featuring fucking Eddie Spaghetti or some shit like that.
Eddie Spaghetti. Yeah. You heard the new Eddie Spaghetti song? Shit. Damn.
Eddie Spaghetti. That's kind of a hard ass name. It's goofy as fuck. We'll see. We'll see.
Yeah, that correlates.
Right, brother.
Yeah, I'll wait. I'll hold on.
Oh, we'll talk about that. We'll talk about that.
But yeah, brother. I appreciate your time
fucking,
as always.
Fucking food for thought.
Thank you.
No problem. Food for thought. No problem. Food for thought. I remember this shit.
Look at him. Thank you for.
You wouldn't tell me. You wouldn't tell me, bro. And I fucking remember that shit. I remembered it. You said, "Oh, yo, know what you're talking about, man." Don't get like that with me. I'll remember. I will.
This is crazy, man. Yeah, nah, man.
Wait, what were you saying? Go ahead. Yeah, we out here. Episode 29.
Episode 29, man. 29. Nothing else. I really feel, when I look back at the producer dogs thing going from yellow, right, observant, green, go, right? You observe your thoughts, and put them into action, right? Make a decision, right? The beats don't just sit in the DAW. Go places. That's the key. You just sit on your DAW. If it sit in project form, if it don't get bounced, and if the bounce don't go nowhere, you fucking up. I was fucking up for 5 years straight because I had so many projects just sitting on there and shit wasn't bouncing and going nowhere. You know what I mean? Besides when I was doing SoundCloud for a while. And it's like, when I look at SoundCloud, right? My brother sent me the little thing on how like they paid for royalty now, whatever, like plays and the fans can pay you or some kind of shit. They got some new kind of shit going. And I'm like, damn, they're still paying like $120 to go get a SoundCloud account. What?
Yeah, you got to pay for it.
For what?
For what? You get paid $20. You can pay $20 a distro.
I'm putting it everywhere else besides SoundCloud. So like, you know what I mean? I still don't like in today's climate. I don't understand why I would need to spend $120 on a SoundCloud account.
On SoundCloud by itself. Yeah, I agree. Yeah, man. All right, so excuse me. But I'm NappooBeats.
Or it's motherfucking beats, baby.
And we appreciate you guys tuning in again. If whether you're on these other major DSPs or if you're on YouTube, if you see us, thank you. Message us, let us know how you guys is doing and all that. And hit us up if you want to get interviewed. We haven't interviewed somebody in a while, so I gotta talk to you about that shit. You did message me that shit. But yeah. All right, y'all. Salute.
Peace, lemon, chicken grease,
Wave.
motherfuckers.
Wave. All right, cool. Boobs. Oh shit.